welcome back, everybody. Previously on TCC,
Like 5 seconds ago.
after fighting with several spiders, much to the joy of Yami, the party entered into the catacombs, having to fight 2 flame skulls and an earth elemental as soon as they entered. The party was finally able to get a much-needed rest and recover before exploring deeper into the catacombs. Once recovered, the party yet to be named headed deeper into the catacombs, only to immediately run into 2 more flame skulls, but they defeated them pretty handily. After some chaotic exploring, Rathgar finds a chest, which she decides to smash the lock open without checking it at all. And the lock was trapped, and she gets struck by a tiny stinger dart in her leg that
She
poisons
felt a little
her.
prick.
Details. It's not worry. Don't worry about it.
She finds a well-worn parchment with lines of writing on it that appears to be a map of a wilderness. Rathik provides Rathgar with a potion of healing, only to find that the potion does not resolve the growing pain in her leg. After further exploration, the party finds a room with a glass-domed case in the center of the room, with a statue of a chimera in front of it. As Rathik is trying to explain what he sees to the rest of the party, Yami chucks a potato into the room. This triggers a rumble in the chamber, and as the party is arguing over the fact that Yami just threw a potato in there, the statue breaks apart, and a real chimera appears, and a battle ensues. But the party is able to defeat the chimera fairly easy. And after a quick slap from Rathik on the back of Yami's head for throwing the potato, the party continued exploring the catacombs, where Yami, in his exuberance and ignorance, ran over to open another chest, where he too was hit by a poison dart. During the exploration of the catacombs, a random mysterious laugh could be heard in the air. After exiting the catacombs, the source of the laughter made himself known. A 2.5-foot-tall demon imp appeared in front of the group, calling himself Zalgramas.
Little asshole.
Zalgramas excitedly explained that Yami and Rathgar were struck by a poison dart that also came with a curse called Greed's Toll. He explained that over the course of 24 hours, Rathgar and Yami would turn into solid gold statues. A bargain would soon be met between the party and Zalgramas to travel through the valley of the Sirios Mountains along the Tyodan River to the city of Tesoa and retrieve the golden statue of a man. The party
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
I'm glad it wasn't just my end.
Right, no.
Nope,
And
that's
that's
Oh,
he
no.
warns them that if they do not
Very
meet their... What was that?
No,
You
you're
froze,
good.
bro.
Keep going.
You
It's all good.
froze, dude.
I still froze?
Yeah.
Yeah.
all good. Just
Man, I rebooted and everything. Anyway, Zalgramas informs Rathgar and Yami that the curse will be put on hold to allow the party to get to the statue and bring it back to the catacombs. He warns them that if they do not meet their end of the bargain, the curse will take over their body. And that is where we left off. Where we shall start on here is to figure out what Yami is doing while the rest of the party is like, forget him, let him go, and he takes off. Yami, as you are cruising along and looking for spiders, you
Yep.
happen to see, if you look at Roll20,
Mhm.
you see a spider that is entering the building to the south right there. And you just see him, you see where I'm pointing?
Yes, I do.
All right, so he goes and he slides on into the building. So what are you going to do?
I charge at him with my sword. Well, first screaming, "Hey, die!" and then just fucking charge at the bastard.
Okay. So, and the door is pretty much right here. Yeah. So you just charge right on in.
Yep.
Okay. I need you to do a con save for me real quick.
Okay.
What was the second roll?
What was the second? Why did it roll twice? It's 14.
Okay, 14. So as you charge into the room, you see this wall of spider webs that you manage to just barely kind of veer off to the side. And unfortunately, I don't have enough map there, but you do go a little bit off to the side right there, away from the webs.
Okay.
But as you enter, you see the one spider that is right in front of you, but you also see these two spiders.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, this spider here, in the quickness that you are trying to see, let me grab that thing here. Whoops. There and whoops. Sorry. I have it on paper for me to look at, but I forgot to actually bring it up on the screen. Does this display? There you go. So you see that in that corner.
Mm.
And go ahead and roll for initiative.
All right.
Don't forget to click your token.
6.
All right.
Oh,
And then these guys.
a 9
This
or a
is the
6?
beginning of our conversation, pretty much, right?
Say again.
And this, just timeline-wise, this is right about the beginning of our conversation
Why is
with
it rolling twice?
With
Zag-
each other, yeah. It's like right when
Zalgramas.
it was right as you guys came out of the catacombs, you got done with talking to Zalgramas. He poofed out. Actually, Yami took off before Zalgramas.
Zalgramas. So we're
was
talking
talking.
Zalgramas right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
cool.
he poofed out when we ended because he was in the grasp of Mom, and then he poofed out, then he poofed in behind Rathgar, said something to her, and he was poofing all over the place, and then once he finally gave the instructions about finding the golden statue in Tesoa, he disappeared.
Right, but timeline-wise, that conversation would theoretically still be happening while
I got what
Yami-
you're saying. Yes,
Going
that
after
is
all of it.
happening at the same time that
Awesome.
he's doing this.
Just to clarify, none of us are even going to be considering rolling initiative.
Correct.
Awesome. I'm here for it.
He's like,
Yeah,
outstanding.
We're not anywhere near that either.
Yeah.
Even
No.
if we were.
No. All right, so that was that. Okay. Oh, I don't need that sheet. Okay, so and you did your roll. Sorry,
Mhm.
let me get on here. Measure turn order. There we go. All right, 14, 17. So they all got a 17. So
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
oh, well, thing. That's why.
And to clarify, this is all happening while we're talking to the imp.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
I was told we get out, we go kill spiders. I immediately ran off to go kill spiders.
And we were like, yeah, let him go. And then Zalgamas showed up.
Yeah.
We tried.
Okay, let me get everybody else off of here.
Rathic promised.
I thought I cleared it before we started, and now they're here.
Wrath?
Yeah, you said,
Rathic-
fine, come help us and get
Yes.
down here, and then right when we're done down here, we'll go kill spiders. I said,
Well,
okay.
yeah, I wasn't
We came out-
being like.
I don't know if
I
it's
think
being
Yami is
literal
just
when
gonna
we're done was
interpret-
used.
Oh, Yami is autistically literal.
Whenever Yami is going to interpret shit however he wants to if it involves spiders.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, Yami just is fighting against 3 spiders and consequences.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yep.
consequences.
What is
Yami
What is-
Yami is fighting against the spectrum.
so
Fighting what?
Against the
spectrum.
spectrum.
question?
Yeah.
What level is Yami here?
Level 5.
He should be a 6.
Yeah, we should all be.
Well,
Well,
we
he would-
haven't long
we
rested.
Just
never-
considering
we did
this
not
is
take
happening.
our.
Yeah, we
That's
haven't
true.
long
That's my
rested.
point, and I don't want to,
Oh, how many hit points do I have?
No,
So
I
wait.
think he's saying you don't get your level 6 stuff until you actually take
yeah,
a
we're
long
technically
rest.
not level 6.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay, so you go running into the room and have your basically oh shit moment now,
hmm
as all these spiders now turn towards you. And so I am going to go with this guy right here. He is going to attack first. And he is doing a He is basically shooting out a web at you.
Okay.
Does a 13 hit?
No, it does not.
All right. So you got lucky there. So his turn is up. This one here is going to do the same.
Okay.
Basically scared the crap out of them, and they just with their webs.
Okay.
And that is a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. So immediately as you come in, you dodge the first set of webs.
Okay.
One spider goes ahead and tries to hit you with that. Oh, I'm sorry. Do a strength check.
15.
15?
I rolled twice.
What is these extra rolls?
I don't know. The first one was 15. This one didn't even add in my strength.
Okay. So
Or fresh.
oh wait,
D&D
that's
Beyond.
I'm sorry. I misread that. That's if you're going to roll that on your next turn when it's your turn. So the big spider goes ahead and stays where he's at right now as the two drones are working on you. So you are right now attached into some webs, and you are kind of sticking to the door jamb over here for right now. But it is your turn now.
Okay, so like I'm stuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can either use that 15 and get out of it as your action, or try to do something else. But right now
That'll work.
you are at disadvantage on attack rolls, and you're restrained.
Okay. Then I'm going to absolutely try to do a strength check.
Okay.
Try to
So
break out of
you
this.
have. I'll count the one that you rolled that I had you roll.
Cool, because the
Earlier.
17 is not going to work. I mean, the 7. Not going to
Yeah.
work.
No, I was going with the 15. So as your action, you break out of that web. And as you do this, the spiders are now like, I think the one that hit you with the web is like, you can kind of see in its 8 eyes that it's a bit perplexed because it's like, what the frick got right out of that web? So the next one comes up to you, and he's going to go ahead and try and attack. Or is that the end of your move? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's the end of my move. I don't have
Okay.
any, but I tried to use my bonus action. It wouldn't let me.
All right. So this other one is going to bite, and that is a 20 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. So you take 6 piercing damage, and I need you to do a Constitution saving throw.
23.
23? Okay, so that means you take only 5 poison damage.
Okay.
And you are now poisoned for 1 hour.
Ooh.
And now the other spider kind of squeezes in and is biting at you as well. Ooh, what is that?
Okay.
Show 1 shows. So that is a crit. Yikes. On my new critical roll dice.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Okay.
That sounds kind of appropriate that your critical roll dice would roll a crit.
That was a critical roll.
Okay, so you're gonna take 9 piercing damage,
And
and I
it's-
need. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not 9. It's 8, because that's the double.
So
it's
it's
8.
it's been a while. How do death saves work again?
It's gonna be that I will be rolling for you
Okay. Well,
without you knowing what you're getting.
I only started this with 10 hit points. Like I'm down. I'm down.
Oh, yeah, that bite has brought you down.
And
Down and
nobody
poisoned.
knows
Good
this
to
is happening because we're
Down
all
and
so
double
happy as a
poisoned.
goblin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yami
nobody
just
has
died.
a clue this is going on.
That's not good to start out a
Oh, shit.
session with how do
Oh,
death saves work?
Yikes.
Fuck.
How attached are you, Andrew?
Ugh. I mean, I have a backup.
Did you bring that
character.
backup character? 'Cause-
Yes, I brought one that's like, dude, Yami is so dumb. I wish I did rolls. I have to do certain things just because Yami is dumb or tied to certain things. But no, I do have a backup. But I want, he has a whole backstory. Fuck.
Well, I mean,
Okay, so
Well,
well, we're moving on to everybody else now. As the spider takes a bite, it numbs up Yami. Yami kind of falls back, and now the spiders are starting to roll him into a cocoon.
you've been Frodo'd by Shelob.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Where's your Samwise
Who's
Gamgee?
got Sting?
Wait, how would we even be able to find him even if
We
we
wouldn't.
did?
We don't know where he went.
You don't know where I'm at. I can't
And we
scream.
can't metagame by going, wait a minute, where's Yami?
Oh, perhaps we
can't
should
even
walk
cry
south
for
on this
help.
trail.
None of you can metagame on this because last session you all said, fuck it, let him go.
Yep.
Yep.
God damn it.
For the record, I wasn't here. Peter told
Okay,
Peter said that
Kelly.
for
Well,
Kellenick.
yeah, you know what?
But
Your
Kellenick
Chuck
would have said
also
that.
said, fuck it, let it go. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Peter-
gonna say. I think
Peter
I
had Kellenick go, let him go.
Yeah. Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Okay, so what are the rest of you doing?
Rathgar's
Well-
sitting on the ground looking at her toe, trying to call Mark over, going, does it look okay to you?
Yes.
My thought was to take a rest.
Thanks, Mark.
Friend Rathgar, your toe looks perfectly normal for now. However, previously it was solid gold. And
Are you
probably
sure? Because
quite
if you look
valuable.
at it from this side, it looks kind of shiny, doesn't it?
Your fur is exceedingly shiny.
Oh my god, thanks.
Kellenick does look around and say, should we find the boy?
He'll come back.
I am certain he is searching for spiders to kill.
Yeah. I mean,
I just walk over to the entrance here and kind of peer out. Obviously not seeing him. But I still make an investigation.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation.
I do also have an 18 passive perception, if that helps.
God damn.
Oh, that's true too.
So make your choice. I will roll investigation with my +1. Yeah, that's a
Okay.
5 investigation check. But I'll leave to you, sir.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
I said I rolled a 5 on investigation. So I'll leave it up to you whether you use investigation or perception.
Well, I will say that it's difficult for you to actually see here because a bunch of people did enter this ruin piece right here to go into the catacombs from that same doorway.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say that it would take you an additional round of really investigating it to see a set of footprints go in the opposite direction.
Gotcha.
So,
All right. And that's kind of where it ends. I mean, Rathic said he'll return. I just kind of went to the door to kind of see if I had any sense of where he went.
okay.
But I'm not actively going out. I'll kind of stand here, though, and, keep an eyeball out.
And what's everybody else doing?
I'm starting to take stuff up to set up a camp.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, are we gonna sleep or are we gonna travel?
We're pretty beat up.
We should
Honestly.
rest. Well,
Okay.
you should rest. I do not require rest. I was not injured, nor do I require sleep.
Okay.
Figured, if we make a fire here, there's not going to be any more spiders that'll come around us.
I mean, they're not that. They didn't take much to take out, so
Yeah,
sure
I'm not
we can
that
handle
worried
them.
about it. And besides, we have Mark and Mom. We could just take a
And
nap.
I guess Yami's gonna go ahead and exterminate all of them in the naked by a 10-mile radius, so I'm sure it'll be fine.
I did tell him I would help him, but I mean, what the hell is he doing?
So as you're standing there, Kellenick,
Mm-hmm.
and they're setting up camp, I'm going to say we're going to do another roll.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
guess would Kellenick notice the lack of Yami screaming at spiders?
That's what
Well,
I've been
he's
thinking
noticing
this whole
that, and he is noticing he as you're looking down the street, you do see the what do you call that? The tail end of a spider. It's actually kind of sticking out of this doorway down south.
Okay.
But that's all you really notice. You just know that its head is facing inside.
All right, I step back in. I kind of motion everybody. I do see more spiders. Are you sure you want to make camp?
I mean, I got a spider right here.
I am unafraid of spiders. We defeat them quite easily. They are particularly squishy.
Look, I'm not going to be able to sleep if I know there are spiders creeping around. We should take care of them first and then rest.
Feel like-
Actually, I just kind of remembered something. Isn't there a whole nother group of people that we kind of just beat here that are going to be on their way? Wouldn't it kind of make sense to at least skedaddle a little bit of the way out of the camp? So I'm not afraid of the spiders, but the group of cultists, there might be a bit more of a problem.
I feel like
That is simple.
Well,
Valid point.
Rathgar's being really quiet because if you turn to look at her, she's already passed out. She fell asleep.
Friend Rathgar, what do you... Friend Rathgar is already asleep.
should we maybe just kind of like go into a nearby building and set up camp there? That's not right in front of the entrance to the catacomb?
That is a sensible plan.
Hey, works for me.
All right,
I
let's
mean,
start
either way,
packing
they're
this.
Let's
going to catch up
investigate.
with us.
Either way, what?
Either way, they're going to catch up with us.
Yeah. Well, I
What
figured
time of
maybe
day
they
is it?
wouldn't notice us if we weren't directly in the line of sight of the exact location they wanted to be in.
If we set up watch, we might have warning.
DM, what time of day is it?
You're still. It's right now probably about 2 or 3
Oh,
in the afternoon. It's not like it's a nighttime.
do we need to set up camp here, or can we continue
Yeah.
on and find a place when dusk hits?
I was thinking we'd kind of start like a couple hours on our way to the next destination and camp there, because then it'll be at least out of any kind of direct pathways. Well, we gotta grab Yami for that, though.
I
Alright,
guess.
I will go find the boy.
I'll come with you.
All right, I step out
As
guess-
will I.
to
I'll go. I'm gonna
crossroads here.
go. Where haven't I been yet? Fine. I'm gonna go look across the river here at these other things. So I'm gonna fly up over the top.
Someone should stay with Rothgar.
Mom, stay with
Alright.
Rathgar.
Is that spider still sticking its butt out in the road?
Yeah, and you can see it's like actively moving. You know how a spider looks when they're starting to spin a little web or whatever. You
Mhm.
can see that its hind legs and everything are pulling out silk.
Okay, well, there's one, and I shoot it.
I like how Kellenic is like,
party.
and then he's like, shoot it.
Yeah. We're killing spiders, and we're that's what I do.
Kellenic just goes. And he'll
Well, it is a
cast spiritual weapon.
it's a 23 to hit.
23 to hit.
Wait,
That
are we not
hits.
taking initiative then?
It's
Oh,
just,
yeah. Yeah, roll into initiative.
do
Okay.
I need to roll too?
Sneak attack that
Not
thing.
No,
to-
only the
you
ones
know.
that are
No,
trying
you're
to do
asleep.
something.
Okay.
Try to play the game correctly. Apologies.
Okay. I'm sleeping. You
You
hear
have a robotic companion.
you hear Rathgar in the background. She goes, "I'm sorry, I have a bad sense of direction." It was one time.
Every time Rathgar goes to sleep, I imagine like a little like sleep cap and like just
Oh,
appears
I was
out of
imagining
nowhere.
her flop ears are like covering her face.
Okay, who else is going after that spider? So I've got
No one.
Yami is supper and Mark IV and Tulaka. There, Yami is a sack lunch and
Wrapped in saran wrap.
He's a burrito.
Yeah, I am a
Pudding cup.
burrito.
He's a potato burrito. There you go.
I think
all right.
it's
So it's just Mark and Dulaka.
Hash browns.
no. I'm there too. And I rolled initiative.
Yay!
Did
I'm
you
right
click
in
your token when you did it?
I put it in the text thingy over here.
I went.
Okay.
I'm flying up above over the river, looking over at this area here
Kalanick
to see if I
didn't
see
click
stuff.
his token.
Well, it's because I rolled my die.
I rolled my physical die too.
Well, how do I put it in there
The
then?
die guy.
You did. I just did what I thought was right, and I thought followed
There.
your cue.
Does that work?
All
Girls
right.
are all pretty.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You're all pretty. You're all equally
Ladies,
loved.
please, you're both pretty. Can I go home now?
Okay, so what we're gonna do is, since Dulaka's firing this first surprise shot first,
Surprise!
we'll have him go first, and then we'll start the regular order.
Okay. So
And you said 23.
23 to hit. Yep.
Okay, that hits.
16 points of damage.
Okay.
Do I get a
On the
second
pendant.
shot or just the one for the surprise?
One for the surprise, but
Okay.
And what happened? There it is.
okay.
And you know what? Let's just for fun, let's use the astral spark since I got him. Let's throw another 3 points of damage on top of that.
Okay, so 19 total.
19 total.
Okay. Okay. So you see the spider is, its little back legs are doing its little thing, and all of a sudden a huge chunk just comes right out of the back, hitting right where the little silk is coming on out. So you just see a big
Ew.
of silk,
Ugh.
Nice.
and the thing kind of skirts itself in,
Oh,
lets out this crazy noise, and then it turns itself around and is now facing you.
turn around.
And so now we go to Yeleni.
A really big spider and it's gonna bite me right in the face.
Turn around.
Guys, I'm the bard.
Then act like it.
I'm supposed to be taking my turn. Okay.
Turn around.
Five eyes.
Rathgar's singing in her sleep at this point. Turn around. Yeah, I'm gonna use my my short bow of warning and fire upon the spider.
Okay.
The Arachnostethicus.
Arachnostethicus.
A shit spider?
What?
That's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Thank you, Soil.
Roll for damage.
That's 7 points of damage.
Okay. So you pull back, you launch your arrow, and as the thing is letting out it, you see the mandibles doing this when it's doing this little screech, and your arrow just goes swoop right into the mandibles, and it tenses up, does the little roll over, and its legs just curl under.
Ew.
Nice shot.
I kind of feel bad
Dead.
for it.
All right, that's one last spider. Surprised Yummy didn't take that one out. I wonder where he's at.
And is that your turn, Yeleni?
I'm going to move forward as well.
Okay.
I have to actually zoom in now and see how far. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna be right there. All right,
Okay.
I have 30 feet. 35 feet. Ha! Sorry, one more swear.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Thank you. That is my turn.
Amazing.
Okay. So now it's the spider's turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So one of them comes skirting around outside of the building.
Oh, look, more.
And it can't do any. Actually, it's going to dash as it sees its prey, and it's just going to run straight up to Yeleni. And that's its turn.
You're
And
rather
then-
ugly, aren't you?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. And then the other one, you see another big one. Whoop. Okay. Let me slide this one out of the way. You see another one, a bigger one at the doorway.
Oh, shit. He's still working on the pico for the burrito.
Actually, it's going to do it.
Take care of that one for me, will ya?
It's going to do a dash as well. It's going to come over to here. Whoop. Right to there. And that's its turn. Okay.
Oh, I really wish I hadn't had her sleep. I want to fight.
So
This won't take very long.
Yeah.
True.
So now, Kelenic.
All right. Well, Kelenic is going to get all fuzzy and use ghostly flesh. And then, let's see if that's where Yeleni is.
Didn't you say earlier you were doing something with your spiritual weapon?
Yeah, but then you said initiative and all that crap, and I rethought.
Okay.
Mulligan.
Okay.
Right. So I ghostly flesh it, and then I fly down here, and I'm hovering. You know, I'm 10 feet up.
Okay.
But I'm over here. So
now that those of you that are out and can see, this one here is the one that's got the bright blue ring on its back.
Ooh.
That's the bigger one.
Can he be there? Are they squished up against each other?
They're like right along each other.
Can he do that?
They
Can
did
I do
that
that?
Super Saiyan combined thing.
There you go.
Says they can.
He's partly on the wall now.
Just leaning.
That tracks.
Like, what's up, fellas? What y'all
Couple
doing?
legs up, kicked up.
Yeah,
on
a
the
couple
flare.
legs up.
Hi.
For some reason, that's more
Shut up, you
intimidating
wrapped up
than
in
if it
web.
was just standing there. Like,
This ain't the
Yeleni is
this ain't the
officially
party.
creeped out.
This ain't the party, y'all. This is the after party. Y'all
Hey,
go get early.
ladies.
Hey.
What's Kelenic doing?
That's it. I used an action to use ghostly flesh and then flew down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yum.
All right. So, Yami, let me just see.
Mm.
Okay. And Mark Fort.
All right, so foist.
Marker.
I'm going to
Parkour.
move. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Let me ask you,
I can get-
Larry, how much time has transpired since Yami expired?
I can tell you right now.
I mean, meta. I mean, you know, obviously we don't know this, but
I'll
just
tell you
curious.
right now. 4 rolls have happened.
Okay.
Oh. Damn.
Okay. Alrighty then.
That'll happen.
And if
Okay.
you know how to do your math right,
Dos
Yeah,
mas.
it's close.
you know where
Yeah.
you're sitting right now, Yami.
Dos mas.
So, these spiders, are they occupying like this square right here as well?
We zoom that in there.
That one? Am I 10 feet
Right.
away or am I 15 feet away?
You are. Well, I mean, technically, I think they go in like if you considered it a square. So you're 5 feet away. Well, 10 feet away. So as soon as you get in
Okay.
the next square, you're 5 feet.
Okay, no, I'm good.
And you would
'cause I'm-
be to where you could hit either or in either one of those 2 squares.
That would be true if I didn't have something awesome like my Umbral Glaive, which has a 10-foot reach.
Well, there's that too.
Woo! Ha ha
That's
ha!
fine.
DM.
So,
One turn
So,
to swap your
I'm
weapon.
going to use my Umbral Glaive.
Okay.
And I'm gonna actually first thing I'm gonna do is use a bonus action and manifest my echo. Let me grab my guy here. I'm gonna zoom out. He can't do anything on this round, but I'm manifesting him anyway.
Okay.
I'm gonna manifest him right there.
Okay.
All right. So he's just there chilling. And I'm going to use my Umbral Glaive with its 10-foot reach, and I'm going to attack Mr. Blueback here. And let's see if I actually hit something.
He's blue. Da-ba-dee-da-ba-da.
That's a big fat no. There's a 9 hit.
That's a miss.
The
Cool.
the
I have another
actual
attack, though.
lyrics are, "If I was green, I would die."
Yeah.
Not
No,
dabba-dee-ba-dabba.
they're
I
not.
thought it was
Yeah, they
I'm
are.
in need of a guy.
No,
I'm
they're
in need
not.
of a
We
guy.
would
I'm
use-
in
we used to
need
sing
of a
that.
guy.
That
Oh
was-
yeah, everyone did.
Focus. We're
I'm
playing
rolling
D&D.
my second attack, which is now
Just
an
fucking
11.
roll
which
the
is
dice.
roll
That
the
also
dice.
misses.
Actual bard.
excellent.
The moment she role plays, we tell her to stop.
Okay.
Um,
I love you, Cat.
You know what? I'm going to action surge. I haven't done that yet.
Okay.
So let me find it. Make sure I indicate that I've done it. All right. I'm action surging, and I'm going to take another couple swipes at that same spider.
Okay.
Let me get back to my actions. Attack and same weapon. Oh my god.
Good
Okay, I know that
lord.
didn't hit. I know. I'm rolling like just absolute buttocks.
You're
All right.
rolling like I did when I was
This
playing
this
you in the
spider is
axe,
like he's up on that wall, kind of at that almost angle there, and he's just smacking away at the glaive, deflecting it. But as he
Finally.
deflects one, the next shot just comes in right behind that block and hits him.
Nice.
Yay, thank gosh. Okay, let's roll damage for that. That is 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Okay. And Dialaka.
Alrighty. I'll just kind of probably stay where I'm at and just shoot one and then the other.
Okay. Who are you hitting first?
One on the left.
Okay. The little one.
Yep. Ooh, a lot to hit. 20. So 27 to hit.
That hits.
I'll use Piercer. That's much better. That is 16 points of damage.
16.
16.
Okay.
Yep, I'll shoot the other one. That is another lot, 25 to hit.
That hits.
Piercer again, not as good. 13 points of damage to the other one.
Okay.
And taking inspiration from my metallic friend, I will also action surge.
Okay.
Since I also have not done that yet. And let's shoot the first one again.
Alrighty.
Another 25 to hit.
That
Damn.
hits. That one missed.
15 points of damage.
15.
Yep.
Okay, so you hit that one, and as it screeches from the first hit, and it kind of turns, it's kind of confused, and you smack it again and hit it in the side of its big skull, and it curls over and it's dead.
It's a good thing I wasted my ghostly flesh on this fight.
Anyway, last attack on the last fighter.
Anyways.
Oh my god.
And then one more.
This character is not overpowered at all.
I'm rolling really high. I have the lowest roll to a hit was a 15 on the die. So anyway, 29 to hit.
That hits.
So anyway, I started blasting.
So anyway, there were these spiders, and I just
So
You're
they
like an
started
egg in these
blasting.
troubling times.
That is 16 points of damage to that one.
Jesus.
16 damage.
God damn.
And I will use my bonus action to reload.
Okay.
And that is my
Reload
turn.
what? The 4-round magazine that you just did?
Yeah, exactly that.
Do we
Yeah, I
shoot
got to
sideways?
reload a 4.
All right. Yeleni, you're up.
I guess I
Okay.
should say I reloaded during my I shot 3, reloaded, shot 1 more because I had shot
Okay.
one earlier, but same.
So, all we have left is this one spider.
The one big one. Yep.
Okay. Lovely. Am I too close to use a bow and arrow?
No.
What's the distance issue?
It's anything over 5, I
Anything over
thought.
5,
Okay,
yeah.
so I just can't be directly next to it, right?
Correct.
Mhm.
Okay. So I am. It's not being flanked though, so I don't know if sneak attack would count. Yes or no?
It.
If there's
Sniper.
somebody within 5 feet of it, one of your party
The
members, you can
spectral,
sneak attack.
yeah, Mark's Echo is next to it.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, so I'm gonna shoot my bow with sneak
Okay.
attack.
Rogue bards, man.
Rabard. Barog?
Rogues.
Baroque.
If it ain't Baroque, don't fix it.
No reaction except from Rathgar. She's the only one I can rely on.
And I'm sleeping, so that's just a miracle in itself.
I chortled.
I laughed. Good lord. I'm
I-
sorry.
Not as loud as
There.
Rathgar.
I
I'm
That
just
was-
too loud, guys. You gotta get on my level.
I
22
was
to hit.
amused in my
That
That
head.
hits.
Everybody was.
Okay. So I'm adding sneak attack, but I'm also going to add psychic blades.
Oh,
So
things
that's-
we can do.
I think 3d6 then
Damn,
of extra
Psylocke.
damage.
Okay.
So I gotta get out my other dice. One moment, please. I really should just have these laid out beforehand, but I forget that I might need more than one set of d6.
Yeleni
yeah,
rifles through her bag, seeking out the psychic blades that she has stashed somewhere.
While she's doing
Hang
that,
on.
DM,
I'm in a mental fog.
you can give 5 hit points back to the spider. I just realized that Piercer I can only reroll a low roll once per turn,
Okay.
not once per action, and so my 3 that became an 8 is now a 3 again. So I can give it
Okay.
5 hit points back. That's my fault.
No problem.
Okay. So it's actually 4d6 if I include the normal shot. So I'm just gonna roll a d6 twice then. So that's 9 plus 10 points of damage. That feels like nothing.
10 points.
Yes.
Okay.
And 5 of those were psychic damage.
Okay. So as you fire this arrow into the spider, it already is screeching and tons of ichor is coming out from the shots from Dulaka, and then you fire an arrow deeper into the same wound, and then it begins to start, because of the psychic part of that, is now with its front legs is almost scratching at its head because it can't figure out what's happening and giving out this big screech. Is there anything else you can do? Or anything else you're going to do?
If he's not down, I don't think I can move because unless I can move through the dead one,
You can go around it. I mean, it's not.
I can like move past Kellenic.
Yeah, you can go between the two of them. There's
Okay.
space.
I mean, I'm like smoke. You can technically go through me.
It'll just smell like a fart for a second, but
Yeah.
See, my smoke smells like rosemary and thyme.
Smelling it.
25. Okay, so
Nice.
I'm gonna justify my reasoning here for why I'm going into the building, and it's for cover. It's not because I think Yami's in there. Just so everybody knows, I'm not metagaming. It's because I want cover.
Uh-huh.
the
30.
the building that you're closest to wouldn't provide that same type of cover.
How would it not provide cover if there's walls?
I'm just giving you a hard time. Just go.
You could jump in that lake. That would
You
provide
ruined the
cover.
fucking joke, man.
That little pond.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I see Yami by any
That's what I'm-
chance from this position?
Well, because you are facing that as you're trying to run in for cover, and you do see a cocoon wrap right there in front of you.
Okay.
What a coincidence.
It's shaped kind of like Yummy.
But you probably think it's
Smells of
spider
potatoes.
eggs.
So
Conic shaped. No,
let me
yummy shaped.
check one thing really quick.
It smells of poisoned potatoes.
Tattoos.
Is it an action or a bonus action? Oh, as an action, I can. Okay. I will wait for my next turn, and I will go use
Okay.
the bathroom.
Have fun.
On Yami? Gross.
Bruce.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's just a
I
kid.
I think the silk is waterproof. So
That's what you
You're
do for
fine.
jellyfish stings, right?
Yeah, I mean, hey, good work.
Okay, so she does her thing. She runs through there. The spider, as it's finally coming out of its the psychic part of that, she's no longer there, so it's going after the echo. It's the closest thing to strike. And that is going to be a 20.
That hits.
All
And
right.
he's down.
Yep, he's going to be a poofed.
Poof.
All right, and then I will go. Let's see. Sean, odd or even?
Even.
Okay. So now the big spider comes over here towards you.
Oh.
The
Cool.
actual you.
I was gonna say, can spiders jump? Like, because I'm floating. I mean, it's a moot point, but you know,
It's not a jumping spider, so probably not.
yeah,
I haven't seen a regular spider jump before. Can they?
Yeah, they can
yeah,
jump.
some of them can.
Yeah, some get
But anyway, I digress. Attack Mark.
He's like, continue.
Come at me, bro.
16.
That does not hit.
I'm sorry, not 16. I did roll a 19. I was thinking 26. I was thinking of the 6, and I said 16 instead of 26.
Okay.
He's like, sure, that hits.
Whatever you said, it's not a 16 would probably hit. Yeah.
Okay. I really legitimately did.
All of the
Okay,
explanations. I'm not cheating.
Okay,
I
DM.
promise.
I wouldn't try to kill you.
Need a dice cam.
All right, I know. All right, so you got 7 piercing and go ahead and give me a where'd it go? Hello.
Conte?
Oh, I guess this one doesn't have that. It's just automatic.
Ooh.
Okay. Well then,
great.
and 9 points poison.
I am resistant to
Automatic,
poison.
supersonic, hypnotic, funky fresh with my
I'm
body
not immune,
so
but I am
light.
resistant.
So then
So
you take
what is-
half. So it'll be 4.
Everybody, ma and Poppy came to party. Grab somebody. Work your
Okay.
body. Let me see you 1, 2 step.
Is this what Rathgar is
Some
singing in her
interesting
head
things in her
while she's
sleep.
sleeping?
My ADD is
Playing in the
going
background.
crazy today, you guys.
Are you
After
wearing
Tiara?
Sean, are you
Foot's just
wearing
kicking.
armor?
My armor's integrated into my body. Yeah.
He is
How
armor.
deep a sleeper is Rathgar? Because
How
I
do I
did
do
shoot
this?
a gun 5 times.
Oh, that's a good point. Rock it, don't stop it.
Okay, deep
I've
sleeper.
changed. I have a medium armor change.
Okay, so for other guys that are DMs, I might need help here.
Okay.
Yeah, what's up?
Spider gnawing
So-
on a pole.
This creature, when it attacks,
Mhm.
if it's hitting non-magical armor, his is part of him,
Okay.
it would take a permanent -1 to the AC.
I would personally, I would consider his armor magical because, or like
Yeah.
his himself
Okay.
magical
It's
because
Technically,
he is.
giving
Okay.
him AC as worn armor would.
Okay, then that's all I needed. So that's all you have. That's the only damage. So the spider is done.
Okay.
Kelenic.
All right. I must ask first. When Yeleni ran to the door, Kat, did she say anything when she saw the bundle?
I'm going to say no because I didn't in the game.
Okay. Just
I
making
just
sure.
went.
All right.
You might have heard a, but that's about it.
She did a bleat.
Don't say an animal noise when you got voice actors in the room, bro.
I did it on
Everyone.
purpose.
Everyone
Yeah.
goes and bleats.
She has the legs of a goat. She doesn't have the voice box of one.
So says you.
Eh,
So
All right,
says
so what's
I the
Kelenic do?
goat.
You can always believe.
Me doth think the lady protests too much.
The bleat too much.
What's Kelenic doing?
Kellen's looking.
Oh.
Because it was all dependent on whether he was alerted to the fact that
Oh,
Yeleni saw Burrito Yami.
Oh,
No,
yummy.
it's me. They just see like a big web sack. It could be
Yamrito.
spider eggs for all y'all know.
I do not
Yel-
like the term
Yeleni-
web sack.
You do see, Yeleni, you do see a bit of like the slight, very, very slow at this point. It looks almost like pulsating or breathing. That is very, very slow.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Is it a free
So
action
not-
to yell?
I'll say yeah.
Okay, I go, we got a live one! Oh, we've got a live one!
What happened to Yeleni's voice?
Which also clears the
Oh,
I forgot
God.
about my cover!
Minnesota Lenny is so awesome.
Oh, when Lenny doesn't have her coffee, she starts talking like
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, we got a live one here.
So we got,
yeah.
Minnesota is morning no coffee, normal, and then drunk is Cockney.
Yeah, yeah.
The Feywild in its wonders.
I love
Amazing.
this. It's canon.
All right. So at this point, yeah, having said that, Kellen shifts
You got a
here,
live what? I mean,
takes
another spider?
looks that way to see what the heck Yeleni is yelling about. Is preparing a spell, but can I see from where I am now the pod?
You can see about half of it through that doorway of how it's laying.
All right. Makes a quick assessment.
You just see half a burrito.
All right. And floats over here and pulls out a dagger and starts cutting at comes over here, looking in there to see if there's any additional danger. Not seeing a dead spider, I pull out my dagger and start cutting at the webbing.
Okay.
I'm assuming that takes a full action.
Yep.
Okay. That's his action then.
Oh boy.
Oh, is it the final death roll?
Well, I said 4 have been rolled so far. So if
So
4
this
were
is
rolled.
either
This is either he
This is either a
saves
death or
fails.
alive.
Up or down.
Wanted,
Dead or alive.
Well, even if that was cocked, if it was considered cocked,
Don't tell us.
Yes. Share it with the class, please.
When you cut the webs open,
My God, man.
you see kind of
Get on with it!
a stammer in the breath and a little bit deeper of a breath,
Ah, there it is.
and now he's starting to breathe.
Damn.
Oh my God, I hate
Get
you.
on with it. That was awesome. That would be a callback for those watching.
And we will move on to Mark.
Okay. So, I'm going to take my bonus action first and remanifest my echo. And DM, I think I've asked you this question before, but I want to clarify. If I manifest my echo right there, am I now flanking?
Yes.
Cool. Because I can manifest them up in the air, even though there's a building right there. All right. So now that I'm flanking, I have advantage on my attacks.
Or you could easily just put him down in the grass diagonal there, and then you move over one slot, and it's still. So I don't care. It's flanking.
I'll do it the more make sensey way. All right. Boom. How's that?
There you go.
All right. Perfect. All right. Attacking with advantage with my. It would cost me an action to change weapons, right?
I believe it's supposed to, unless
Okay,
it's.
that's fine. I don't need to. I was just curious.
Okay.
I will attack with my glaive again with advantage.
Advantage.
Dear God Almighty,
That was with advantage?
I rolled 2 7s.
Whoa.
That's a
Okay.
miss.
Yeah. Let me take my second attack, also at advantage. Dear God, I'm going to destroy this weapon. Y'all,
Wow.
a 2 and a 4. Like,
I know it's only a +4, but that's still rough.
Yikes.
so I end my turn. I just
You just
You don't have your little sidekick next to you. You're off your
Next.
game.
next. I'm rolling my physical dice.
Excuse me, he's my sidekick.
He ends his turn with this dejected sigh, and he just lets the glaive hang, and the blade just smacks the ground. He's like, huh.
Should have used the spear.
Okay, Dulaka.
oh, dead. All right, that's how it's done.
Dulaka looks at it meanly and it dies.
Meanwhile, Rathgar wakes up and she goes, "He's alive!"
And immediately falls back asleep.
and immediately falls back asleep. I feel like even Mom, the robotic spider, kind of a little bit just jumps.
Mike.
How's the spider looking?
The spider seems like he's doing okay.
Seems
God,
like
you
he's got.
guys, you really need the barbarian. Jesus, this is what I've done 5 minutes ago.
Well, I'm continuing to shoot a gun.
Someone decided to take a nap.
Yeah, see,
Someone
Leslie,
decided to play her role.
this is what
dumb.
happened. This is what Kat and I go through watching you and Peter just,
Demolish.
and we're like,
So maybe it is a good thing I'm not
Yeah.
fighting. It gives you guys a chance to, kill things.
and
Yeah, I can
yet
go
I'm
back
still
inside if you
going and
want.
stinking healing people. What?
I can just be like, "Yeah, you guys got this. I'll go wake up Rathgar. She might want to be a part of this."
Yeah. Comes racing out to get the final kill.
I mean, I'm kind of tempted.
You know when she wakes up, she's gonna be pissed she missed
Yeah.
this.
I think I'm gonna take like a couple steps back here and just yell, "Hey, Rathgar, there's a fight. You want?"
She hears
Okay.
the word fight, and she pops up and goes, "What?"
It's like when you
I
say
smell blood.
walk to a dog.
There's a spider. Yeah, it's this way.
Sierne speaks up. They've been trying to wake you for the last 5 minutes.
Well, I'm sorry I couldn't hear you because I have so much fluff in my ears. Okay,
All right.
okay, let's get going.
Let's go fight.
It helps that you were singing 2000s R&B in your head.
Everybody want to step.
So what else is that? What Dulaka's doing? He's done.
Would you call that an action?
No.
Okay, then I'll shoot it.
No.
We'll call it a bonus action. I won't get big, but we'll just shoot it.
Well, I'm pretty sure we can speak without actions or bonus actions.
We can
I did roll
multitask.
bad, so
Nice.
13 to hit.
That's a miss.
Okay,
Hey, the fight goes on.
that's also not 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay,
I rolled
I roll
bad. It's only a
initiative?
19 to hit.
okay, that is another 16 points of damage. Some of it's fire. Does that matter?
No.
Okay. 16 points of damage.
Okay.
I rolled bad. It's only 16 points of damage.
Some of it's instant death damage. Is that okay?
I literally rolled
I
four
didn't roll bad on that
D6s
one. I
and
thought-
only
I rolled-
did 9 points of damage.
I
And
rolled
Dewey's
two
like,
sevens.
oh,
Don't
only
worry.
16 points.
I rolled
I
2
rolled-
7s.
I did not say I rolled bad on the damage. I rolled a 10 on my damage die. What are we talking about? I rolled
haven't
bad on
rolled
the
a
shot that
doggone
missed.
thing yet, so
I rolled bad on the one that missed.
I've literally been floating in the sky for no reason for the past 25
Rathic is
minutes.
just flying,
So there's
going.
that.
Oh, hey,
He's-
look.
Do you
He's
guys
humming
like
to
having
himself.
Nice
fun?
up here. It's quiet.
I mean, you would think he heard the gunshots.
Yeah,
I
I
wonder
did.
if there's
No,
any
that-
other
we
treasure
don't
we
get it that
missed.
way.
Larry, did you want me to roll initiative?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm waiting for Dulaka.
No,
Oh.
that's it.
Okay. So yes, roll.
Okay. I'm doing it with my
Click your
physical dice.
character.
Ooh. I rolled a 2. So that'll be 7.
Duh,
7.
but maybe you go right after me because I have an 8 on initiative and just went
That's
and called you.
true.
Okay, she's in.
Woo!
You still gotta get there.
Don't worry about it.
Have fun.
She's
she has
hurling
40
something.
movement, so she goes here and she goes spiders, and she throws a javelin. Can she throw Sirenny?
Yeah. It's a weapon to throw,
Well,
right?
yeah, but battle axes don't technically have a range, so that's why I was
He
asking.
sits there laying on the floor. Pick me back up, you
Well,
bitch!
it's probably, I think like those types of weapons, it's like if it's more than 20 feet, it's going to be a disadvantage.
Yeah.
But she's a buff.
It's much
little bunny.
heavier.
Damn it. Okay, then I'll
You can
throw.
reckless attack and negate it.
That's
Make it
true.
even.
Neutral.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Okay, she's throwing. She goes, "You ready, buddy?" And she takes him off her back.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she's gonna reckless attack to make it normal.
We're doing this.
That would be a 24.
That's a hit.
So she chucks the fuck out of Sirenny, and you just see her. You see her pop through the door of the room, and she's just like, and she just chucks like, Okay, so what is the damage?
So basically, Dulaka, and then eventually Mark just here. As he's flipping through the air.
Scottish, it's crap.
That's only 13 damage.
Okay.
Dude, I know it smells like dirt.
So
but you can't
as
eat it.
Sirenny goes flying through the air, and then goes thunk, right. I'd say right between the torso and the main head part. It's stuck in right there, but it's stuck now. As it's like it's using one leg to try and scrape that off, and then it's trying to block the glaive, which seems to be pretty successful. And
Sirenny, let yourself loose. Come on, man, do something. You just hear.
I was just getting ready to say he's going.
I think. You know what? She's gonna use a bonus action. Rabbit hop, so she can go an extra 15 feet.
Okay.
And she's here now. And that is the end of her turn.
Alrighty. Back to Yeleni.
It's my turn. Okay, well, let's see. We've got 25 feet. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot my bow at him, and I've got advantage, so that'll also give me sneak. Because apparently I'm sneaky.
Okay.
I have to actually hit him first. Well, that was a 10 to hit.
That's a miss.
That's what I figured.
Damn, bro.
Okay. Well, I still have one Bardic Inspiration left. So I'm gonna use it. And because I'm not metagaming at all, Kellenic is next. I'm gonna give it to him. I like turn to my right and go, I think we're almost done, and I would really like to sleep, so try to aim correct. And that's an extra D6.
As she's doing that, Mark hears a right by his head.
Mark. Oh, because I
as the
missed
arrow
the
missed.
arrow. Do better than I did, please.
Well shot.
So that's a bonus to the attack roll or a bonus to damage?
Attack roll.
Got it.
Okay,
That's my
so now
last
it's
Bardic Inspo.
the Spider's turn, and he's going after Mark 4. Is it still right in front of him? 17.
That is my AC.
Okay. So that is... that's 5 piercing And what'd you say about the point? You're immune. I mean,
Yes, I
you're
am.
resistant.
Resistant.
Okay. And that's going to be 5 poison damage.
So half to 3, or is that?
No,
10
that's the
poison
half.
damage?
It was 11, and
Bam.
halved would be 5.
All right, so 10 total damage.
And that's the Spider's turn.
Was it?
Spielers.
Hellenic.
All right. Kellenic is looks down at Yami, sees he's breathing, goes, okay, have time. Here's Yeleni. Says, all right, let's do this. And cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level. I should roll with a die that I can see better. All right, and then the Bardic Inspiration was a D what?
1d6.
6.
Amazing. All right, that's a total of 18 to hit.
18 to hit.
Yes.
That hits.
I rolled a 5, so thank you for that.
Oh.
And I cast that at 2nd level.
Right.
So that's going to be 5d6 of radiant damage. Going to be
It's the full concentrated
18.
power of the sun.
yes, 18 points
Drink a Sunny
of
D.
radiant damage, and we're gonna do an extra. We're gonna do life drain, to do extra necrotic damage, and that's at my level. So, being that we haven't leveled up yet, that'll be an extra 5 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
All right. Again, seeing, torn because Kellenic's background is death, killing, but yet now he's seeing his new purpose, and he knows he has to, worry about the life of a party member, but seeing the chest fall, he just looks back at the spider and just unleashes anger and fury and lightning, and it goes into the spider's eye sockets, lights him up, and makes his head explode.
Nice.
All
you hear
over
Rathgar
Mark.
behind you going.
Mark IV just gets covered in ichor as it all goes shooting out that way.
This irks me.
Okay. So what are you guys going to do?
Rathgar's
I'm
gonna run
gonna-
over and grab Sirenny.
I'm gonna lean down and again at let's see, 2nd level, I'll cast Healing Word on Yami,
Okay.
and so that'll be 15 points of 15 hit points.
Awesome. Thank you.
I'm going to vibrate at high speed to get this sticker off of me.
Kellenic just, as he's kneeling, as his form, comes back, Yami breathe and sees just this mist form of Kellenic hovering over him, and then just starts to reform into solid form, and Kellenic's just staring down at his eyes and goes, "Do you see what foolishness brings? You almost died, young one."
Oh, why am I so hungry all of a sudden?
Lord help me
He
if
just
that
gets
boy
up.
says potatoes.
Yeah. Kellenic gets up and walks away.
Does death undo the gold curse thing?
You didn't die.
Oh.
So disappointed. Damn it.
I mean, metagaming, I had Revivify just ready to go, so
Oh shit.
That's why I was
Metagaming
asking
this
how much time
entire
it had been.
Yeah, Rathgar's over by Sirenny picking him up, and she's like, "You did good, little buddy."
That was quite exhilarating flying through the air like that.
Thanks,
Isn't that fun? I
Kellenek.
wish I could fly.
So Mark's
Right,
gonna
so-
walk down. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Yelena.
I think we should just nap for real this time.
Oh, I took a great nap.
I know. I'm aware.
We should at least make a couple hours on the way towards the next destination. I mean, sun's still pretty high in the sky, and I don't want to be caught by the cultists sleeping. So
Yes, let us find proper cover where we know the enemy is not heading.
Hey,
Oh,
so I
I'm
still
missing one of my
exist.
axes. I'll be right back. And she runs back to go grab her axe.
Rothic,
Well-
you still exist?
Yeah, what was
Maybe.
Rathik gonna say?
I guess
Graphic
it
lamp.
doesn't
What's going on,
matter,
guys?
really. I don't know. I was looking around over here if there was anything where we could go and, as a suitable place. I was just checking the general
Over where?
the West Bank.
Oh,
You-
you're all
you
the way
do
over
see-
here.
Yeah, that's where I went to go to look for a place for us for an hour ago.
I mean, the gunshot didn't affect him at all, but
There's a place for us.
I was
That's where
not.
my brain went too.
I was not
Theater
told
kids.
that I heard a gunshot.
Place for
well, I
us.
didn't think I'd have to let you know that you could hear a gunshot from quite a distance.
We have made louder sounds at closer distances that we don't notice.
Probably just doing
Louder than a
practicing.
gunshot?
Yeah,
Echoing off
Rathgar's
the,
farts are
off the
pretty
mountain walls.
intense, man.
Rathic probably was just like, oh, they've got it.
Gross.
Right.
I mean, it probably would be more like that. Yeah.
So you only can you see this building just to your northwest. If you're looking at, I mean, going by north being the top of the map,
Yeah.
northwest of you there, that's kind of broken, no ceiling to it, but sturdy enough looking walls and stuff. The door is on your side, or on the river side. And as you fly over it, you do see a chest in there in the far corner from you. Yeah.
And
Take the cursed coins.
I mean,
Layer. Token.
I
There you
might.
go.
I
So
would
you do
hope
see
you
a-
learned your lesson by now. Otherwise, you're going to lose your gold too.
So what do you do? They're all
don't know that.
recovering or trying to recover from what they were just part of.
Could be something cool.
well, I mean, I'm gonna do an investigation to see if there's anything over there.
Okay.
If look for traps and things.
I do prefer this to 1-2 step, I will say.
All right.
And
Give
I
me
will
a,
guidance myself in that effort, by the way.
okay. So, hang on. Sorry.
We-
Come on. Load. Okay. So-
I love you.
As you go down and you're getting ready to try and check that out and you're inspecting it, I need you to roll for initiative.
Oh,
Awesome.
This is what I wanted to
You're never going to make it to our
You don't need a
destination.
nap. We just
are
need
we?
to leave. You don't need to be here. You just have to go.
11.
That's the part that I was looking at so much is that Dulaka has been like, can we get the frick out of here?
Well, I'm trying to get us out of here.
But you see a chest and go,
I'm just
"Ooh."
Goodies.
I'm doing an investigation. And I'm in the air.
To be fair, this is a very Rathic thing to do. Everyone's off fighting people. I'm going to snag the gold.
That is very rapid.
All right. So as soon as you touch it,
Artsy's pretty thing.
a mimic.
Oh, shiny.
It's a mimic.
Nice.
So
No,
Rathik
not
is also gonna die.
So that is only a 9.
Mike, do you have disengage? Just asking for a
I
friend.
believe I
I
do.
mean, you might want to take advantage of this.
Yeah, I'm making sure that I
Airborne.
do.
Okay, so you're
And
up.
I do. I disengage.
Okay.
And then I fly away.
He just sees that and goes, shit. You
Yep.
takes off straight up into the air.
Yoink.
Nope's right
Yep,
out of
I'm
there.
gone.
And all you hear is it slowly getting away from.
Yep, I don't want to deal with that.
It's like the Tasmanian devil.
Right.
I'm just gonna make my way back over this way. If maybe it'll follow me. I don't know. Making my way downtown.
Walking
Walking
fast,
fast.
faces passing, I'm home.
Mimics behind me.
All right, so
All right.
nothing happens there.
Staring blankly at
All right, so what's
Derek
everybody
is,
doing?
is wholeheartedly agreeing with Dulaka that we should get the heck out of Dodge.
Am I
Leslie,
supposed
we're
to...
changing characters. You're the bard from now on.
I was gonna say, do I have to multi-class from Bard Barbarian?
Bard.
Barbarian.
Barbarian, yeah.
There was
I look over at Dewey and say, "Can you pick Potato Boy up?
Yeah, no
Carry
problem.
him."
that
I can
Hey, that-
stand up at this point, right?
to
That's
Dulaka
not
and
the
Rathgar.
point,
There's
Yami.
there's a mimic up over there
It's,
on the
it's
left.
more
hand
to
doing
keep
that.
you from running off.
I look at Yami and I'm like, oh, don't worry, it's not as bad as it seems.
Huh.
I look at Dewey and I'm like, point at Rathgar. I'm like,
She's
I'm
chilling.
let-
She's not running
very
anywhere.
loudly.
I don't
Mark
think I
Force
can
says-
carry both.
So Mark IV says, "Friend Rathgar, you can ride on my shoulders."
Okay. And she hops up. You see her climbing on the side of his arm and just she keeps sliding down because he's metal and tries again. Slides down.
Lenny puts Rathgar's leash back in her bag.
All right. If we go to the west, don't go into that building up there. There's a mimic.
What's a mimic?
is there like we came up in one direction? Is there like another trail off the other direction, like more towards
That's what makes you
where we need to go?
beautiful.
Okay, give me a. Okay, so you're.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
I'm just trying to figure out how we're
Came
going to
from
get
the
out of
north.
here and get towards where the imp said we needed
Right.
to go.
What I'm doing is doing this.
Ooh,
So,
Hey, look, it's a map.
pretty.
and I'm gonna take over your share there just for a second. Be easier for me to point things out. I think it's gonna let me.
Well, there's Tusoa.
I shall just stop sharing. For a moment, anyway.
There we go. All right, so you can all see this pretty good, yeah? So you guys are all right here.
The ruins of Shattengrod?
The ruins of Schattengrod,
Yes.
where many people shat themselves.
Well, I was gonna say at one point it was
Yami
Chicken
just-
Prod, but that was a long time ago.
Yami just shat his grud.
Okay, and Tusoa is down here.
Okay. Ooh,
Oh, no, I
gotta
missed
go
it.
through
Where
the
is it?
mountains.
Down here.
So,
Oh, damn, it's way down there.
South-
That's not
Okay.
anywhere near us.
As you guys exit slightly out of the ruins, and you're just kind of on that little bit of field area up here, a little bit to the north. Mark IV kind of has a bit of a hesitation, or just you could see that it looks like he's probably thinking about something. And it's up to Mark to do what he's going to do.
Friends, we must stop for a moment. I have many things to discuss with you.
are
Okay.
you sure this
And
can't
I'll
come
say
after we
for
sleep?
I was gonna say for what I'll say for this is that you guys went ahead and traveled to the other side of the forest, right about where the R is for the ruins. So you have at least the forest blocking you from the ruins, so that nobody, whatever.
Why are there giant letters on the ground?
It's weird. It looks like an R from up here.
I can't
I'm
read.
teaching Rothgar how to read, remember?
Hmm.
So, have we made camp? Are we making that decision first? Or are we walking and
I mean, if
now I'm
we're-
going to talk?
I
R
would
stands
say
for
if
rest,
we're
man.
far enough away and it's become dusk and we've got cover,
Thanks, Kat.
it's probably a good place to make camp.
Well, when
What-
you guys started fighting, it was roughly about 3:00. So I would say, 2 hours. So you hit it to about 5 because you traveled 2 hours just to get out of there. So yeah, it's duskish.
Okay.
All
Might
right,
be good to
so
set up camp. Let those who are worse for wear rest up.
yes, let us set up camp.
Are you still
Okay.
carrying me?
I think I probably put you down about an hour of the way out once we were like
While you were
fully.
carrying me, I was like, whoa, you're so tall. What does it look like when you do that thing where you get even bigger? Like, what's the view like from up there? It's so tall up here.
It's about where you're at, but a little taller.
No, this is a lot taller.
Such a
Okay.
baby.
Okay, so what I think we'll do is we'll take a small break here. Bathroom
I
break.
gotta pee.
There you go. And welcome back.
There was no
All right,
countdown.
so where we left off was Mark 4 was getting ready to say something. Speak.
Let me get ready to say what I need to say. All right, so we've made camp now. We're all settled.
Yes.
Okay. Friends, I have something I need to discuss with you regarding our next destination. Are you willing to listen?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yeah,
man.
I'm good.
Speak.
She sits down like Dory from Finding Nemo with the turtles.
Lay it on us, homie.
I understand. I understand that we have a mission assigned to us by the strange being Zalgrimus to go retrieve a body from Tusoa. However, I must inform you that we are incredibly close to a place that is of great importance to me, and I request from you the permission to go visit that place.
Yep.
I'll explain. Like this, yep.
Adventure.
Sorry. We are very close to a road that leads to a place called Eurosa. It is to the north. I am familiar with this place. It is the place of a great battle that occurred that I was a participant in when I was a soldier for the Cobalt Soul, fighting against the forces of the Kryn. You don't know this about me. I've yet to share this information with many people. I have grown to trust you all. Well, most of you, staring at Yami.
I just give
And so
thumbs
I
up.
feel it is I feel it is time to share a bit of my experiences and background so that you may understand why I wish to travel to this place, Eurosa, and why it is important to me. There was a great battle that occurred between the forces of Kryn and the forces of the Cobalt Soul. I led a platoon of Warforged like myself who battled valiantly against the army of the Kryn. But the Kryn were powerful, and the Cobalt Soul risked losing the battle, and they decided to take some risks with their soldiers in order to gain an additional advantage over the Kryn dynasty. We were chosen, we being the Warforged that I was the commander of, for a secret experiment by a faction of the Cobalt Soul that was unnamed and quite secretive. The idea was to make each Warforged something that they referred to as a force multiplier. And they began experimenting on myself and my fellow Warforged. They used dark magic. The idea was to turn us all into soldiers who could wield various magical spells and items in order to aid in direct conflicts and also in infiltration and assassination. In some cases, these experiments worked. Some became these shadowy assassin-type figures who could vanish at will and infiltrate high security areas and assassinate high targets with ease and with extreme prejudice. Others had other abilities. However, for myself, my experimentation was deemed a failure because I was not granted with these additional abilities right away. It is the reason why my name is Umbral Mark IV. The Umbral designation, Umbral means shadow, and that was what my unit was called, the Umbral unit. However, because I did not manifest these abilities immediately upon experimentation, I was outcast, cast away, and deemed unusable by the Cobalt Soul faction that controlled these experiments. This road that we're on leads to Eurosa, the site of a great battle where myself and my fellow Warforged fought valiantly for the Cobalt Soul before we were subjected to these experiments. I would like to go visit Eurosa because there is a commemoration ceremony happening very soon, and it means something to me to be there for that celebration. That
Okay.
is all.
Hrothgar
May-
gets up and hugs your legs. Just up
May
by your
I-
legs and just hugs them.
Mark,
I mean, we don't have like a super heavy deadline on getting the gold guy back, right? He's just got to get back at some point, so I don't see a reason why not.
Yeah,
We
he really
got the
didn't
boat
say
thing you
no.
were looking for.
As one
Absolutely.
who is also battle weary, I understand the desire to attend this ceremony
I would
to
like
honor
to
those who
know,
have fallen.
why do you want to go to this ceremony when they cast you out?
While they did cast me out, I was the leader of this unit. And it is important to me to remember the soldiers who served beside me and fought with me. And this ceremony, this remembrance ceremony that will be taking place near Yarosa, is about remembering those who sacrificed in this great battle and in the war itself with the Kryn dynasty. While I am warforged and therefore my emotions are not as strongly felt as those of the mortal type, I do feel these emotions. And I want to go there and participate in this remembrance ceremony and remember those who fought beside me, those who lived, and those who fell.
Can I fell the ones who cast you out?
That day
Yeah.
will come.
That.
Yeah, I would like to fell the ones that cast you out.
Yes.
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 No, can we
So are
not
we
do
gonna
that
get
right away?
attacked when we get in there because people
He
cast you
said,
out?
hold on. He said this was the Cobalt Soul.
It was a
That is
section.
correct.
It was a segment of the Cobalt Soul. It's
Yeah,
not.
but we can't just go and kill them.
It's
We can, we just probably shouldn't.
I believe that this
In due time,
portion,
when the opportunity presents itself with proper planning,
It was self-defense.
we will avenge Mark.
Friend
I
Rathic,
mean,
and
correct me if I'm speaking out of turn here, but I come from a mostly peaceful kind of folk, and we have disagreements and stuff, and sometimes things can be handled without necessarily killing everyone who wronged us. It
Yeah,
might be a conversation.
I don't think we need to necessarily immediately just look to plot to murder everybody.
I have a problem with people who throw away people just because they are no longer useful.
Well, yeah, but you could just call them a jerk and move on.
my friends, my goal is not to slay my former captors. My goal is to rescue those who may still be captured so that they may live lives that they freely choose.
You literally
Ooh,
call
a
them your
rescue
captors.
mission.
What?
They're essentially slavers.
That well may be true, Frenulini. However, I do understand the rationale behind their actions. They were at war. They were attempting to win the war. They thought that these actions would help them win this war. I can understand that. I do not harbor much animosity towards my captors. However, they still hold some of my fellow Warforged. Those are the people that I am concerned about and want to rescue.
I think
Did you get consent?
so. Stop.
She
I
learned a
do not
special
understand.
word.
Everybody stop.
brothers
One-
taught me
stop.
that.
1 second. You see, Mom? Is Mom my slave?
Rathic, Mom is not Mark IV. You have said
Yes,
this
but Mark
yourself.
IV is
Mark IV.
different, and he might not have been that way when he was originally conscripted. My point being is
I
that
was
there's
this way from birth.
context.
Well, there you
I have
go.
always been
There
this
you
way,
go.
Friend Rathic.
He said it.
Warforged are not like Mom. Mom was constructed and has no sentience. Warforged are sentient beings. We simply are more
There's-
mechanical in nature versus
there's-
organic.
There's a difference between
Not your average
programming
toaster.
and intelligence.
Mark has free will.
This is true,
I
Frenulin.
think it should be Mark's choice since it's
We-
his story.
Can debate the difference between Mark and Mom all we want. The matter at hand is Mark wants to go to this city to attend this ceremony.
I think if I kind of agree with Kellenick there that if all Mark wants to do is rescue and we're not necessarily attempting some sort of revenge, then I don't think we need to impose our own sort of revenge onto that.
But
You know
if
what?
we happen to kill them while rescuing, is that okay?
Maybe,
Right.
Friends.
Yeah.
maybe
Friends.
we just talk to them first.
Only if they don't
Friends.
do this. If you don't see this, then it's okay to kill.
Friends.
Okay.
Friends. Friends. Friends.
Oh, he's doing
Please.
it. He's doing it.
I do not wish to attempt to rescue my fellow Warforged at this time. I do not have the
Oh.
required power to do so. Neither do the rest of us. This faction of the Cobalt Soul is extremely powerful, and they would very likely use these Warforged against us in any attempt to rescue them. My efforts right now are simply to go to the Remembrance Ceremony, pay my respects, remember my fellow Warforged, and then we may proceed to Tosoa for our next mission.
Oh, okay.
sounds
So
reasonable.
this is just a ceremony, and then later we can kill them. I mean, rescue your friends.
The rescue will come later, once we have attained
Okay.
additional power and abilities.
I mean, I'm pretty powerful already, but
And,
okay.
You
I
are.
guess if it's helpful for you, Rathgar, you could think of this as also a scoping out the enemy territory. So you
I like
could
to scope.
plan how you're gonna fight in the future.
Okay, I could do
That is
that.
correct.
Kellen,
as you can
Ultimately,
see-
Mark, it is your decision, and I stand by whatever you would like to do because you are a badass metal man.
Thank
Kellenick
you,
looks up at
friend Rathgar.
Tulaka and just goes,
Anytime.
The town of Eurosa is
Yeah,
not
I
far
don't
from here.
understand what I just did, but okay.
Let's go
it's an
to there
old
after we rest.
tradition among Drow.
As you can see, their experiments were actually not unsuccessful. I manifest my echo right in front of everyone. This echo is proof that
Sorry,
I
it
did
startled me.
get some of the abilities that they were trying to imbue upon me. However, for some reason, it just was delayed. I can also do this. And you see Mark just turn invisible.
Oh,
Okay.
Mark!
It's-
Mark, are you
seems
okay?
very
Blink
useful.
twice if you're okay. Oh shit, I can't see him.
And then I come back.
Oh, God.
That, dear listeners, was also a callback. Blink twice, Lenny, if you can't see me.
I didn't even try to make it a callback. I forgot I said that.
It totally was a callback.
I am Rathgar, and I
If
am
Callbacks are that
Rathgar
much better
calls-
when you point
Gosh.
them out.
If
You
Rathgar
really
calls
are.
Mark's shadow see-through Mark, what's she going to call Invisible Mark?
Oh, God, that's gonna break her brain, man.
You see Mark?
Missing Mark.
Okay, so you all take your long rest
Yay.
for the evening, and you have leveled up.
Level up.
Yay!
And there
Oh,
was much
man.
rejoicing.
Oh, finally.
Huzzah!
Kumbaya.
Long rest.
Kumbaya.
Okay, so you all wake up the next morning, and
Where's the thing on oh, there it is. Never mind. I was looking for a long rest on.
Oh.
There we go.
so you all take your long rest, and you get up the next morning. It is
Spell slots.
pretty chilly, and there was, in the middle of the night, there was a bit, not heavy, but a decent couple inches of snow that had fallen over the night as you guys are heading to Eurosa. And as you guys are traveling down Pride's Walk Road right here on your way there, as you're going down, Mark IV is like talking about little sections of this whole battlefield here of where different things have gone on. He's pointing out, over here was where, we were able to push back this unit of the Kryn army, but over in this other section over here, this is where we lost several people, and where the back and forth continued to happen in the battle as you continue on your way to Eurosa. And it takes pretty much most of your day of travel to be able to get there. And as you're approaching just outside of Eurosa, the sun is like, it's just gone down below the horizon as you are approaching it. And as dusk is starting to hit, you notice out in this battlefield little bits of glowing light that you can see in these different areas, just scattered all throughout. And about as you come close to the gate of Eurosa, about 125 feet away from there, you see what appears to be a ghostly soldier mounted on a horse. He's in still has full armor, but you just see that it's a skeleton inside this armor. His back is riddled with arrows, making the cause of death quite clear.
You guys see that too, right?
Yes.
Hey, Larry.
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but right before you started getting into this, I was trying to say that I would like to try and attune with the bow.
Oh,
or at least
okay.
focus on it for a while.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're focused. You are
Oh,
attuned.
she's keeping the bow. Okay.
I just want to see why it's dormant.
I'm just trying to attune
You want
to
one
it.
of my
Yeah.
bows? You can have a bow.
That's okay. I forgot what bow you're talking about.
You're right.
So.
It's the super powerful one.
The Lux
The more I talk, the more I realize I am
Oris?
exactly like Rathgar.
Luxora?
You really are. Lux Solus.
Meanwhile, we see a ghostly soldier on horseback.
Yeah.
Yes, and you see that he and his horse both wear battered metallic armor. They're just standing still, looking in your direction, and around him you could see where Eurosa has already been setting up for this celebration. There's a lot of standards and flags and things like that are all set up. You see a set of bleacher style seats that are set up. What looks to be little bits of like not tournament, but where you could see that some action is going to happen, maybe a tournament, something like that. That are all obviously for the commemoration that Mark IV was talking about. And as you guys reach the gate, you see the guard for the gate that's just kind of standing there, and he's just staring at that ghost on horseback. Doesn't really look in your direction, but he hears you and just starts talking. I reckon that's the ghost of old Sir Alwyn Van Trafford. At least, the way he was described in the history books.
Rathgar waves at the ghost.
Kellenick just gives him a knowing nod.
As is Mark. Mark does the same. Just kind of a.
Does he? Is it like is he incorporeal in general, like, or is he like literally a skeleton inside some armor?
He appears to be a skeleton inside the armor.
Is he like me? Is he?
But the guard, he just kind of talks a little bit here and there, just about, where he's been seeing this for a couple of nights. He doesn't know a whole lot about the history of what went on here, because he's kind of a young guy, just kind of standing there, just constantly staring at the skeleton on horseback.
I doubt it, but can I make a history check to see if I know who this person is?
Sure.
Oh, same actually. Since
I was just going to ask Mark if he knew.
I feel like Mark should have advantage on that one.
Yeah.
Assuming he would be a Cobalt Soul figure.
I'm going to make a
Who's
history
all
check.
rolling?
Mark is.
Rathgar doesn't care.
Everyone's like, oh,
I was
fine.
going to roll based on the answer to that question. Is he wearing like anything identifying him as somebody from the Cobalt Soul? Is that all the armor, or is that not?
Well, you're 125 feet away, so you really can't tell.
Okay.
Legolas,
Our
what do your
eyes
eyes
do not see.
And where's the rolls?
I was
Hang
doing a
on.
Lord of the Rings thing, so.
I was too. I said your owlin eyes cannot see.
Oh, and I said, Legolas, what do your elf eyes see?
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm going to fly over to him too.
I rolled
Fuck
a
it.
10.
Everyone roll initiative.
Yeah, I was gonna say nothing good
I'm
ever
not going
happened.
up
Fuck it.
in a mean way.
Kellenick just simply asks Mark, "Are you familiar with this figure?"
I have seen many figures dressed in this fashion. I am not familiar with this specific one.
Okay. As you guys rolled, you both have some sense from the history as Rathik is just floating off. You do realize that in the books that you've read about this particular battle, especially Mark, you know that this is quite possibly Sir Trafford, who was a great war leader, completely loved by his soldiers, who led a brave group of soldiers ahead of the regular army to defeat the Kryn soldiers who had overtaken Erosa. He fought to the very last, according to the history books, and he was riddled with arrows, but was able to manage to kill the last remaining Kryn soldiers that were trying to overtake the village or overtake the city. And then finally had died kind of close to where he currently is right now. And then the guard starts talking to you again, and he died right over there. Points to this big giant yew tree that's just kind of almost looks kind of like an umbrella over a small piece of graveyard. That's why his gravesite's covered by that yew, Guardian. Yeah, well, I should get back to my post. And he just starts to walk away.
Yeah, I start walking to the yew tree.
Okay.
Okay. Did I make it to him yet?
You've gotten to him, and he just kind of stands there. It still hasn't even really paid any attention to you, just still staring towards the gates of the city.
You look like a great warrior.
Nothing happens.
Mark talks.
Kellenic
Hail, fellow
walks up.
soldier.
Oh, did everybody else came with me? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Mark said that he did.
Kellenic followed Mark.
Yep.
Oh, I'll follow where everyone else is going.
And nothing was still being said, but as more of you approach, you start to see you start to notice that there's other skeletons, haggard skeleton soldiers that are all converging on where Trafford is.
Okay.
I cast Speak with the Dead on Trafford.
I don't like this.
Hi, guys.
Okay.
Not
Hello,
again,
Rathgar.
just being dead guy to dead guy. I just do, unbeknownst to even how I'm doing it, but I just kind of concentrate and think, if I am deceased and he is deceased, there's got to be some way we can converse. So I just say again, what was his name? Trafford.
Trafford. But as you were saying that in your own mind, he turns and he looks at you.
Mm-mm.
He just sits and looks at
I
you.
took a bite of cookie as you said that. My bad.
Awkward pause.
I look at him and say, Sir
Sir Trafford.
Trafford, yeah. Sir Trafford, what brings you here to this festival today?
We don't know. There seems to be a disturbance.
Can the others hear this?
In the Force.
No, it's only between the two of you.
Okay. My eyes go wide. I look at everybody and I say, did you hear that?
Hear what?
Yeah.
Hey, what?
No.
I was fully
Yes.
expecting. I was just fully expecting Larry to do the D&D movie thing and go, yes, no, I didn't ask you that. I say, Trafford has spoken to me. He and the others do not know why they are here. They have been drawn here.
Thought they were here for
Mark,
a ceremony party thingy.
Is there anything you wish me to ask on your behalf?
No.
Seeing as how we are here. Hey, you shut up.
Can can I cast Detect Thoughts to send him the message?
To send who the message?
Trafford.
You can try.
For a telepathic. I'd be like, hey, does this thing work?
Is this thing on?
Is this thing on? Give me a second here.
Can you
I
hear
had
me
a
now?
feeling it. Can't find it in my notes. I had a feeling you were going to do this.
Well, it doesn't actually specify in anywhere, and I was like, maybe.
Okay, I need you to do a Constitution save.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
No guidance.
Okay. Hang on, where the heck is it? I have a different, there we go.
Why are all of Rathic's interactions followed immediately by a saving throw?
You feel, as you do the Detect Thoughts, you feel a little bit of some dizziness, but you're able to kind of shake that off.
Okay.
But then Trafford does not respond.
'Cause you ain't dead like him.
So the question still stands to Mark. Is there anything that he wishes me to ask Trafford?
So Mark faces Trafford, and he does the standard Warforged salute, which is 2 hard strikes to the chest. Makes a loud ringing sound because he's metal. So it's like ping, ping. And
Trafford, seeing that, he's still kind of looking in the direction more of just, well, I guess you guys are standing next to each other. As soon as you do that, Trafford does the same.
Do we all see that, though?
You can see the ghost, yes.
Okay, we see him interacting.
Yeah, you see that part.
I take it this means you fought
you just
on the
can't
same
hear him.
side.
So, okay, I turn to Kalinick and I say, friend Kalinick,
Yes.
can you please... you told us what he said, right?
Yes.
Okay. Mark turns to Kalinick and says, friend Kalinick, can you please ask him if he believes he has been summoned due to the remembrance ceremony that is about to occur?
Okay.
And what his purpose is?
Sir Trafford, do you believe that you and the others have been summoned here due to the ceremony, the remembrance that is to take place in the coming days?
We do not know of a remembrance ceremony. We were in peace in the realms of heavens with our family and kin, and we were pulled from that peaceful realm back to the horrors of this battlefield.
That must have been nice. Mark, same answer. They do not know why they are here. They were at peace in a place much different than where I was at.
Interesting. Can you ask him if he feels compelled to perform any particular actions?
Sir, Thorogood, why can't I'm old, I can't remember. Trafford. Yeah. Trafford. Maybe I should write this down.
I'm old.
That's just Kalinick's new voice. Sir Trafford.
What is the question?
He's all jacked up now.
What's the question?
Oh my gosh. Oh.
And this, my friends, is what short-term memory loss looks like.
Yeah. Leslie, you're saying your ADHD is taking over. My oldness is taking over right now.
He's going to now remember his question and forget Trafford again.
Yeah.
He can't do both at the same time.
It's kind of like a conversation with my dementia-riddled father.
Oh, man.
Sean, you asked if he felt compelled to do anything while he's here?
Maybe Larry should just answer the question.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, just pretend that I am turning and asking you the question.
Got it.
So, blah, 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 blah. What do
Oh, shit.
I don't know, blah, blah, blah.
I do not say blah, blah, blah.
Man.
The only compulsion that we have is to get back to our families who have all died, that we have been reunited with and removed from being with, to be here. I want to go back to my son.
I see.
Our dead guy.
Mark, they apparently just want to get back to the heavenly realms to be with their families.
I want to.
It must be nice to
I do
have a
not
family
understand.
to go back to.
I do not understand. However, please let them know that we mean them no harm. And we will go into the city of Eurosa and determine if there's anything that can be done to help them go back to this realm that you speak of.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah. You told him.
Yeah. Thank you. We wish you well. We mean you no harm. Let's see, I have 2 more questions. What's your favorite color? And,
What is the
I don't know-
airspeed
I don't know how
velocity
many
of an
questions I have,
unladen
but-
swallow?
yes. Green. No, yellow. Yeah, so I just say, please continue to keep watch on whatever you're watching for. We are here in peace. We mean you no harm.
He does a slight, drops his head slightly, and then he goes back to looking at the gate.
So he's outside looking at the gate in.
Yes.
Okay, I ask him one more question.
Okay.
Are you unable to enter the city?
We cannot. We are stuck forever on this battlefield unless we can go back to the peace of our graves.
Do you know what might bring that peace back to you that we could potentially help you with?
We don't even know what brought us here. We were peacefully in the heavenlies with our families and pulled away abruptly.
Consent is really important, guys.
Well, as one who was also pulled back to this realm from death, although in different circumstances than you, I do hope you do get back. We bid you adieu and peace.
Okay.
All right.
Mark does the salute
he
again.
turns to
Bing,
Mark,
bing.
yeah. It appears they're stuck on the battlefield. They cannot enter the city. I suspect that is why he stands and stares at the gate.
That
Do
is
we,
unfortunate for them.
They just want to return to peace, but they are unaware of how this is possible.
What are the-
Unfortunate indeed. Sorry,
what
go
are the
ahead.
chances that Mark, you may know the answer to this question. What are the chances that someone who just might happen to also be a slaver, that is part of the Cobalt Soul, just also happens to be using dark magic to resurrect these people?
Oh, I know this one.
You know this one, friend Rethgar?
Yeah, I know what she's getting at.
What do you- what-
Please
Can't
explain
wait to
to me.
hear.
This is a moment of rare clarity for you.
The bad guys brought them back, so we should kill them.
Rathgar, there will be no killing in the city while we are here.
Cobalt Soul are
Okay.
not bad guys.
They're literally slavers.
You don't know
Anyone
that.
using black dark magic is going to be a bad guy.
This is how the
Friend
Civil
Yeleni,
War started.
Again, one thing to please keep in mind, friends, is that this faction of the Cobalt Soul does not represent the entirety of the Cobalt Soul. This was what would they refer to it as? They referred to it as a
Secret
black
one.
project. It was something that was not officially accredited for the Cobalt Soul, although they worked on behalf of the Cobalt Soul. Please, Let us not slay Cobalt Soul people.
What about
Until
the ones
later.
that are doing the resurrecting of
We're
the
gonna
dead?
come back for them. Remember?
If we
But
determine
this
who is
poor
doing that.
man is standing here when he should be at peace with his family in the heavens.
What if we kill them again to send them back?
How
Yeah,
about this?
we don't
Why
know.
don't we enter the city, seek a place to bunk for the evening, and do some investigation? It's possible
Thank
that
you.
while we are here, we will uncover something that may help them, but there's nothing
That's
we
what
can
I'm
do for them
trying to
now.
say, is that there is someone within those doors that is obviously at fault here for the resurrection of these people.
That is a good possibility, but standing here arguing about it will not
It
solve
wasn't
the
supposed to
problem.
be an argument until somebody, Rothick, got offended by it.
Oh, I'm sorry that I'm just not all murder happy like some other people.
I'm
in
not
this
murder
party.
happy.
That's me.
I'm for freeing slaves and people who are here against their will.
With murder.
If that's necessary, yes. But
What
I'm
if
sorry,
we-
have we not murdered hundreds of spiders and killed dragons and
Spiders are
other
different.
ruffians
Spiders
and thugs
deserve-
and poison ivy and
Yeah.
quicksand?
I think we can take the temperature down a little bit here overall.
I'm sorry, Dewey. That is not the way you calm me down.
I'm not comment. I'm just saying for everybody
You-
concerned. I think there's a lot of conjecture happening, and
You've
every
never been with a
day
woman
we just
before,
don't
have you,
know what
Dewey?
we don't know.
What if we ask the dead guy if killing him again will help him get back home?
That will not solve a problem.
Have you asked?
Burn his bones like on Supernatural.
Please don't ask
No, and
that.
I am not going to. Let's enter the city. And he
Okay,
begins
well,
to
if
walk.
that ends up being the solution, I'm gonna say I told you so.
Can I just
I will
say,
accept
I
that.
can't make
Okay.
a single suggestion or observation without it turning into an argument?
Yes.
Lenny, I'm gonna massage your calves. You
No,
seem
thank
stressed.
Honestly, Mike, it would have been tons better if you would have said no.
Fair.
Yeah, Lenny,
For
you
you.
don't have to be a good guy, guys.
Do you need a little massage?
No, I want to be left alone.
Okay.
I
Do you want some
didn't mean-
tea?
So let's go find a place to sleep, guys.
Do you want to do a sing along?
I want to be left alone.
All right.
Okay. I'll
Okay,
leave
I'm
you
going to-
alone,
Dylan
but I'll be
walks
right
into
here.
the city,
No,
asks the
Rothgar-
guard,
I'm going with
nods at the
Kaladek.
guard,
Yep.
and begins to scout
Right
for
here.
some sort of inn.
Okay. As you guys end up going through the gate, you see the layout of the town. Not a very big town, but you see a decent layout of this, and you do see, after the guard had given you some general directions on where to get to the inn, you end up at the Crossbones Inn, and you're right before you enter another
A welcoming name.
another
Crossbones in.
Umbral Mark leaves the inn and steps right in front of Mark IV. And he does the salute to Mark IV. Greetings, friend Umbral Mark IV.
Greetings. What is your designation?
Umbral Mark VII. Have you
Well
come to
met,
pay
Umbral.
homage to the fallen in battle?
Well met, Umbral Mark 7. Yes, we have traveled to Eurosa to pay homage to the fallen and to attend the remembrance ceremony.
Oh my god, this is insane.
As the two of them begin to discuss, you guys are watching these two just kind of talking about all these little pieces of battle, remembering of what they did with their troops, their trainings, all that kind of stuff. You do hear at one point, and it is familiar to Mark, when he begins to talk about Argonix, who was one of the Warforged that was in one of the big battles. And he just says, Argonix was one of my best soldiers. He sacrificed himself to protect me. I saw the wizard, but it was too late. His hands were glowing with a green aura. Tremendous beams of light streaked from his hands. Argonix pushed me away to the side as the beam struck him in the chest with a crackling burst. From the point of impact, he began turning to ash, before it completely engulfed him, turned his face toward me and said, "It was an honor to serve you, sir." And then the ash engulfed him.
Fascinating.
He was one of my
Green.
best.
Green magic. My experiences tell me that green magic is typically necrotic in nature, or related to death magic. Would you ascertain that that is correct?
That was my assessment as well.
Interesting. Is the wizard person, is that person still around? May I slay him for you?
Since the battle, I have not seen him.
Very well. We have encountered a spectral figure outside of the city of Eurosa. This figure seems to have been recalled from some other realm that he attempted to explain, but I could not understand. And from this realm he lived, but he's now trapped in this place after death and cannot return. This feels similar to the type of magic that the mortals describe as death magic or necrotic magic. What do you ascertain?
I am not familiar with the ghosts you are talking about.
Simply step outside of the city on Mark 7. You will see for yourself.
He gives you a quick salute. I shall. And he just kind of walks off. And he's heading through the gate, heading
Okay,
towards the
bye.
gate.
Warforged don't do that. We're good. Like, we don't need to say goodbye. Like,
These humble beings are very straightforward.
That was like, what do you call it? My brothers used to say, straight out of the Twilight Zone. Or was it the Dawn Zone? Or was it, what was it? It was some time of day, I can't remember.
Warforged did not
mid-afternoon zone.
Warforged did not require the excessive conversation that mortals seem to require.
Oh.
Well, you're
That's a
getting
pity.
quite good at it, Mark.
Thank you.
See?
So you guys all continue back on into the inn.
Yep.
And as you enter into this inn in the tavern doors there that are part of the inn, you quickly understand how the tavern got its names. How it got its name. There are bones of all sorts that are all around this tavern as decoration. They're all over the, that you see animals, you see different kinds of beasts and different humanoid type things, but looking more like to the effect of like maybe an orc or a goblin or something like that you see that are all up everywhere. But it's covering like every little bit. There's, the chandelier lights that are bones, made of bone. The space directly behind the dark wooden bar has these two giant crossbones within a I guess you'd say a shield molding that it has for the crossbones, and it says above those, crossbones in across the thing, easy peasy, right?
Mm-hmm.
A human comes up to you guys from behind the bar and, "Greetings, I'm Victor. How are you guys?"
Hello.
This is the best inn ever!
Good. And
I worked on it myself. I
people
really
here,
like it.
You guys seem to like the salute. Bing bong. Do you guys have food?
I don't salute like that, but yeah, we have food.
Is
This
that
is
how
a
you do it,
tavern.
Mark?
Can we secure rooms
I don't know. You're supposed louder than
in
mine.
your establishment?
Absolutely. How many rooms are you going to need?
Here's 7.
I do
Well,
not
you
require
each want an individual. Well, rooms are kind of tight right now. I mean, I could probably put you in as 2 apiece into these rooms.
I require my own room. I will pay.
As do I.
Oh, I was gonna say I could bunk with Lenny.
I'll bunk with you.
I
Radek.
really don't
I
care.
need my own room.
I can chill with Radek. We both like to tinker.
I do not require a room. I can sit here in the common area all evening.
Yeah, Yami and I will stay up all night and talk.
Yeah.
And we still can't say his name right. It's Yami, people.
Yeah, me and Yami. It
Well,
tracks, man.
Please tell me you have enough rooms.
I mean, I guess if you guys if a bunch of you can double up and try to work it out, maybe go 3 or 4 to one room
Why
at
don't we
least. I
do
could probably
one
spread it
room
out.
with all of us.
No.
Well, I mean, the bunny's got a point. I mean, if I put 4 of you into one room, I could, maybe for the rest of you that are, pretty head set into having your own rooms.
I have traveled
but-
with this group for multiple weeks at this point. I need privacy.
I think you kind of need a drink.
That too.
Yeah, I agree.
That does not sound bad.
She does need a drink.
I like juice.
Yeah, but that still doesn't solve the room issue.
Well, like I said, if there's 4 of you, I can put 4 of you in a room, and then these other 2 can have their own room, I
Do you have
guess.
3 rooms available?
I have 3. Yes,
All right.
That's the math. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Yami, Rothic, Dewey, and Rothgar in one room. Mark, you said you're fine in the common area. Kellenic and I can have our own. Fair? Everyone,
Okay.
everyone agreed?
If I must
Sure. I don't know
double
if
up,
fair is
Sure.
the word, but that's
Yeah.
fine.
Certainly not fair, but
if I must double up, I will double up.
She's kinda,
Yeleni,
he's starting to pour the drinks, but he's like he's
We'll take 3
Yeleni,
rooms and we'll
if-
figure it out later.
if I could suggest, and I mean this in the most platonic way, you and I are of like mind of needing peace and solace.
Yeah, it's like mom and dad.
As long as there are separate beds, we could room together and promise not to bother each other.
If you can resist.
Easy,
Do
child.
you have any other inns in the area? I appreciate the offer, Kellenic.
It was a
but again,
suggestion.
it's been 2
I will
weeks.
double up with Dewey. As I start to think about room and go,
We don't have to. If there are 3 rooms,
I can sleep in the common area. I can
yes,
sleep through
but
anything.
oh Lord.
We'll take 3 rooms.
we'll take 3 rooms and work it out. How does that sound?
He just says, "All right." He puts 3 keys down, waits for the money, cross over the money. It's not. It's they're decent rooms.
Mm.
So he's saying 5 silver per room.
Done.
Hands over the keys. He's also pouring all the drinks. Pours a double for Yeleni,
She
and
hands him a gold coin.
hands them all
Yeah.
over.
Kellenic puts down a gold coin and says, "The one under the bar, please."
All of my
Okay.
gold is gone.
He pulls out a different bottle, but you do notice. Let's see, I'm trying to find the thing here. Hang on.
Does
Where
it have a
the
skull and
players go?
crossbones on it?
There we go.
Kitchen cleaner.
She's gonna now. Yeleni has to go stay in the.
The staples,
Mm-hmm.
the horses. Hey, you know what?
There
Maybe
was
I
no
get
room
along
for
better
her
with
in
them.
the inn.
We have something in common. We have fur on our legs.
Okay, so Kellenic,
Yes.
you notice that there is a person at the end of the bar
Oh shit.
that actually has one of those coins he's playing with that you guys were finding in the ruins.
Oh wait, I didn't
Hmm.
notice it. Sorry.
We're not in the
Okay.
same. This isn't the guy we were looking for. I mean, unless he went to Erosa
These aren't the
instead of
droids
the
you're
other
looking
area.
Mm.
Well,
Sorry,
again,
that was
He's also
me
not made of gold.
yeah,
thinking out of character. I apologize.
I'm made a mental note.
God, I wish I
Okay.
knew. I would have attacked him.
Exactly. That's why I'm not saying anything right now.
Linebacked him to the ground. Where'd you get that?
He's like, that's why I'm not saying a word.
Yes. I am
Kellenic
just
learns.
hoping that nobody else is noticing this right now.
No one else has.
Damn it. What about
Okay.
a passive perception of 14?
Yeah, I looked at all the passives.
Mine's
Damn it.
18, baby.
I missed my
So-
24 with my other character that had 24
Yeah.
passive.
Mine will
So
get there.
he hands out the keys. So he gives Kellenic a key. He tentatively kind of reaches out and he's like, gives Yeleni a key. And then he just drops the other one on the counter for whoever of the others are going to take it.
I did give this guy a gold piece. I hope he's not thinking I'm gonna bite him.
Just been snooty to him.
I've
He
been
was all
snooty.
cheerful and saying, "Hey, welcome," and you're like, "Ah, get out of myself."
Here, take my money. Do what I say.
It's just redirecting anger. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
It's like what my dad used to do to me.
Oh,
He'd
man.
read this thing and then he'd yell at me.
Lenny to abusive parents.
Oh man, this
All right,
got
so-
dark fast.
So, I know. So let me redirect. Here we go. Woo! So Hellenic, what do you do at this point? Once you've got your key, what does Yeleni do?
Lenny takes her fucking key and goes upstairs or wherever
Okay.
her
Bye,
room is.
Lenny.
What time of day is this? I mean, it's this evening now.
Yeah, like I said, you guys were there. You got there at dusk,
Okay.
and that's when you saw all the ghosts. You dealt with all that, and then you went in. So it's probably like 6:30 ish.
Okay. And do we know? Did Mark say, or did anybody? Do we know when this this ceremony is remembrance is going to take place?
He just knows that it's probably within the next day or two.
Okay. As Yeleni stomps upstairs, he looks at everyone else and goes, "Shall we regroup in the morning?"
I guess so.
Yeah, it's Dulaka, Rathik, does one of you want to? Nah, screw it. I'm going on my own. Goodbye.
What?
I
What?
walk upstairs with the key. I have things I need to do. And he walks upstairs.
So it's
My brothers would tell me that too when they didn't want me to interrupt things.
So as Kellenic is starting to walk away, you see this kind of a rather plump friar come running up, a female. She's running up, and Victor, I don't know how to fix this. Sister Anwin Vale said that it might be a curse. We have never seen them before until recently. I've tried and tried to banish those spirits back to the grave, but it's not working. And then you start to see that the two of them start to talk. And you don't necessarily hear everything that they're talking about, but you do know that they're talking about the spirits that you just witnessed out there, the ghosts that you just witnessed out there. And then
I
you kind
happen
of
to be under a curse myself. Can I help?
Me too.
Oh my god.
Wait, do I know that I'm turning to gold yet?
No,
I don't think
no
we ever
one's told
told
you
you.
anything.
No.
Okay.
I want to do a detect thoughts as she's talking to that guy, just right on the friar.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a Constitution save.
What?
Hey, I rolled the nat one because that's how
Nice.
this thing goes. It's 6.
So, as you start to do the detect thoughts, who'd you do it on? Her or him?
Her.
Her. So she kind of looks over at you, and she's kind of giving you a puzzled look, and you get extremely dizzy, and your vision, everything is starting to close in like this, and it's starting to go dark,
Uh-oh.
and then you pass out. You just
Great.
hit the floor.
Friend Rathik, what happened?
I'm passed out, so.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, I know that. Mark doesn't know.
Yeah, I went up to the friar and I said, I happen to be under a curse too. Can I help?
She kind of looks at you and,
I would like the attention on me now. Now that Rathik's interrupted, I would like it back to me.
oh, go ahead.
No, that's what
You're
Rathik's
upstairs.
doing.
Oh,
She's not
I'm like-
wrong.
I'm like, damn, I thought you left.
No, Rathgar is a little bit of a child. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Did I make
So
did I make it upstairs before this this friar?
Yeah, that's
ran
what I
in?
was saying. You were going upstairs as she was coming in.
Okay.
I reach
I
out.
am
and pick
not
up
a part of this conversation.
Well, I don't know whatever's being resolved first. I'm gonna try and interact with Rathic, but
Same. I'm gonna
Rathar's
pick him
already
up.
doing other stuff. Whatever order you operations we've got going on here.
I feel like Rathgar was already walking over to the friar before Rathic
said
passed
it
out.
first.
So,
Right.
Yeah, she did. So
And it's kind of at the same time. And so
I feel like
you get-
Rathgar would see him pass out and go, "So this curse."
Pretty
so
much.
Dulaka, you go to try and attend to Rathic, and he's only out for probably a couple seconds. I mean, it seems longer just because of how he hit the floor, but he's only out for a couple seconds and starts to come to while Rathgar is trying to talk to the friar. What is anybody else doing?
I'm just
Yami
Okay.
or Mark IV.
I'm helping with Rathic.
Okay.
Been following
So-
Rathic around this whole time. So
Okay. So the friar kind of looks at Rathgar, and then kind of gives this little okay, and then goes back to Victor and says, "You don't think someone would be foolish enough to disturb the graves, do you? We need to figure this out tonight. The memorial celebration starts in 2 days." And then Victor starts talking to her. Muilla, you just calm down. Calm down. We'll figure this out.
I pull on her little robe from the ground, and I'm like, "Excuse me.
Yes?
We can help. I'm under a curse. I know these things."
Okay. I mean, she kind of is puzzled for a sec. Victor kind of looks and, I mean,
She's got the confidence.
I mean, if they're willing to try and help, I mean, we could let them help.
I did also recently lose all my gold, so if you happen to pay, that'd be super cool too. What?
Ulterior motives.
She's
Sucker
got the
says what?
confidence of every 8-year-old in the world.
Right. So the two of them kind of talk a little bit quieter to each other, but they keep looking over at Rathgar.
Rathgar, like, you see her slowly get closer and closer. She goes, "What did you say? Can you speak up? I couldn't hear that."
So Victor kind of looks back down and he's like, "Okay, yeah, we could use some help because we can't figure this out. We've been trying to see what's going on, and I think Muilla has a good point of maybe the graves. I mean, I don't know. Maybe check the graves."
It's not just me too. I have friends. Mark! Hey, can you help out? He knows a lot. He's one of you guys. Well, not you particularly. He's this thing called Battleforged. Was it Warforged? I have a bad memory.
Mark immediately lets go of Rathic and walks over.
Drops his head on the ground.
I know his
Fucking grass.
Yes, for
Poor Rath.
Rathgar.
He's got a helmet on. He's fine.
So these guys were talking about the curse, and they were saying it might be about those soldiers out front and that the graves were disturbed. And this is for me, but shh, I didn't say anything.
Friend Rathgar, I have money. I can lend you money.
It's not the same. I want to earn.
By asking them to give it to you. I don't
Well,
understand.
I'm going to help them, and then they pay me for it. My brother said it's a service.
I understand that.
Okay.
So Mark turns to the friar and says, "Explain."
On point.
Love our little... I can just imagine the friar and the bartender just being like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Meanwhile, in the background, giant hippos consulting an unconscious owl.
Yep.
I want someone to animate this.
Okay, buddy. You're okay, buddy.
Thunk. His head falls on the floor.
So the
Mostly dead.
So, I
Mostly.
think my mouth is too big to get them out. I don't think I can get it over the beak.
engulfs his whole head in there.
Good boy.
Hey.
this bar has
Mouth to beak
straws, right?
resuscitation.
So Muilla kind of looks at Victor and they kind of nod to each other, and she says, "I know that
We can give you guys 100 gold pieces if you can figure this out. We have tried so much to get this figured out, and we cannot stop this. And there's nobody going to want to come to this celebration if all these ghosts are around.
Very well. Where are the graves?
They're all over by that big yew tree.
We were just there.
Oh,
We said-
you. Lenny told me that's one of the letters that I should be learning.
Yes, one of many.
Oh, there's more?
There are many more.
Damn it.
So I will say, let's see. Well, Rathik is like trying to get his bearings again.
Hey, yeah, you doing all right there? What happened?
I don't know. I don't know.
You just
That's
kinda
weird.
tipped over.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I don't know. Weird.
Anything I can do to help?
I don't know. Just help me up.
Yeah, you got it.
And just one-handed, just like
Thank you.
He's getting up off the ground.
I don't really weigh a lot.
Hollow bones, man.
Mark, you kind of get the sense that Victor may be hiding something.
Oh, I missed that.
Something's not adding up for you.
Rathgar misses everything.
So, okay, Mark turns to Victor and says, Victor, Umbral Mark 7 was just in this inn. Is he aware of anything going on with the graves of these fallen soldiers?
No, why would he?
He is a warforged like myself. We are here to fight for justice. Do you know anything more about the graves for those fallen soldiers, Victor? Are you hiding anything? And I lean in.
Okay.
I lean in.
Okay. Look, I mean, I only collect animal bones. Timothy brought me some bones. And I just, he kind of hears you say that. It's the guard at the gate. You had to have seen him when you came in.
Well, yeah, we
He's always at
talked
the
to that
gate.
guy.
But he brought some bones, and I didn't ask him where he got them from. I was just trying to get this place ready for the reception after the ceremony tomorrow, or in 2 days. And I don't know. It's been bugging me.
Why are bones important? Friend Rathgar, why are bones important?
They're inside of all of us. But
I
that's as
understand.
much as
That
I can tell you, because I'm kind of dumb.
I understand that the infrastructure of your meat-based being is comprised of bones, but what is the significance of having bones?
What if
inside the
those
body?
bones are from the graves?
Why would that matter?
Well, I don't know.
You're the two dumbest people investigating this, right?
Yeah.
I
Nice.
guess my question would be at this point, because we're only like, I don't know, 5 feet away.
Yeah, you guys are hearing this.
We're trying so hard to figure this out.
You're hearing what's going on.
A dumbass rabbit and a metal man.
The bones of a dead being should have no bearing on
That's
what's
the
happening
title
currently
of
with
the
spirits.
of the episode.
Dumbass rabbit and a metal man.
Yep.
Writing it down.
Roll credits.
God.
Have you considered returning those bones, or did you ask Timothy? Just Timmy where he got the bones from?
Thought it was Jeremy.
I didn't ask, but I mean,
I don't know a whole
Did he
lot about
take
these
the-
curses, but that
Yeah.
seemed kind of like the best place to start, right?
yeah, but I didn't think anything of it. But you might be onto something.
It
I
wouldn't
know
hurt,
I would
right?
come back
I
if he
mean,
took my bones.
Where are the bones?
He kind of points to one little corner over one of the fireplaces where he had put a bunch of kind of made like a little shape of. He was trying to be creative to make a Warforged looking symbol,
Does
or
it look like a dude on a horse?
No,
That would be so much easier.
Tried to make like this, tried to be creative. It's sloppy, but he tried to be creative. And he's like, I think some of them are mixed in right over here.
What is this?
Bones.
Okay,
Bones,
look, I'm just a tavern keeper, okay? I'm not an artist. I mean, I did what I could.
That is obvious.
Wow. Dick?
I do not have one of those. I do not understand what you were attempting to do.
Anyway,
happening?
This is how it functions.
I think it's pretty
Sucks to be
straightforward
Mark.
course of action to start with. If there's some kind of curse on the graves from potential grave robbing Timothy's, is to get Timothy to tell us where he got the bones from.
Yeah.
Probably a good start if you guys can go talk to him. I mean, I can't leave here.
Where is he again?
He was the gate guard.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Hey, do you know where all the bones are? Yeah, fine.
He's starting to take on mannerisms of Mark IV. Okay, bye.
Dulaka is not from this plane. His
Yep.
best frame of reference of how to behave is the 7 people around him. Or 6.
I was gonna say, Dewey's starting to pick up on some bad habits.
It's almost like maybe you shouldn't piss off the face.
Instead, you're stuck with a uncharismatic hippo,
Yeah.
a metal man,
And a
Dumb
dumbass
one
rabbit.
Yeah.
and a very flustered owl.
Should we go seek out the rest of the party before we go speak to Mr. Timothy?
No, they seem like they really wanted to be left alone. I think we can do this on our own.
Very well. We will proceed on our own.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Side quest! Side quest!
Side
I'm
quest!
gonna go.
Woo!
Yeah, this is that abundantly clear.
By the way, yeah. Hey, Dulaki, you know he's not going to talk to us. The bone guy.
Oh,
I will convince him to
We're
speak.
gonna
You
need
need to talk to the
Kalanick.
guard, not the bone guy.
Yeah,
The
all
guard
right.
is the bone guy.
No, they're different
No,
people.
they're
I
different.
actually know that one.
I'm just saying it would probably be smart if we had Kalanick with us.
I never said anything about killing.
Kalanick.
Oh,
Well,
sorry.
I mean, it's like only, what, a 10-minute walk? We could go back and get him if we don't figure it out.
He didn't want
Okay.
to get got, though.
We can do this. We can prove to them we can do this.
We can't even talk
Why do we
to
need to
him.
prove anything?
Well, I don't know. It
There you
makes
go.
me
Prove
feel better.
to mom and dad that you can act.
I am so excited to watch
independently.
every charisma check fail.
I don't have
My
any.
charisma is a +0.
Let's do it.
Mine is 2.
Let's
Mine's
find
a
that.
negative
my
1.
charisma's not bad.
I mean, to be
Charisma's
fair,
not
mine's
bad.
only
What
Now,
is it?
+1.
What did
Move it
you
up
say,
to-
Peter? Uncharismatic hippo, a metal man, and a dumbass rabbit, and what?
Mine's
a
+1.
flustered owl.
I said a flustered owl. At one point, I was about to say a dead bird when he was unconscious.
bird.
What's Yami doing? Is he following along?
Yeah, no, I'm with I followed Rathig around.
Okay, maybe y'all have hope then. Maybe.
I'm a
Wonder
charisma
what-
of 13. I'm not
Wait a minute,
terrible.
what's mom's charisma?
She's, oh yeah.
Mom, it's a
If it's higher than Dulaka's, that's a little unfortunate.
Karen's
I'm
a
going to make
spider.
some tea.
She's out.
No, mom has a -2 charisma. It's a 6.
Okay.
Okay, so we're heading outside to talk to Timothy. Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to see a mechanical spider try to be charismatic.
Just
Give
sit
it
there
what
and
it
do.
do.
She
Trying
walks
to
with
use
her
its
hips
legs
swaying.
to make signs.
It does,
your butt out.
a Michael Jackson Rhythm Nation dance.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys
Rathgar's
head out
in
to the
front, and
gate.
she's
Yep.
like marching in front, like she has a mission.
Okay.
You see Timothy. He's kind of leaning on his spear. He's like this.
Hey, Timothy,
Hey.
where'd you get the bones, man?
What?
I just found him.
That seems like you're telling the truth.
Friend Rathgar,
I'm going to do an insight check.
All right, let me roll this.
perhaps we should come up with a plan of approach.
Because she's all aggressive.
Yes.
That seems like you're telling the truth.
All right,
Okay, have a nice day.
DM.
It was a 14 on insight.
Well, that leads
Okay.
dead. What
you
now?
you definitely can feel that he's trying to hide something.
I cast remove curse
On what?
on the bones.
We don't.
What
Why,
bones?
we
We don't
aren't
have the
by the
bones.
bones.
Oh, never mind. Damn it!
It's a good idea,
I rolled
though.
that number for nothing.
Maybe we should have started with that.
Good thing we all know what's going on.
Well,
Oh man, I love
I
this
don't.
side quest.
I don't really believe you, Timothy. Why don't you tell us the truth?
He wasn't telling the truth.
Okay, just I may have found him on the battlefield.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Jesus.
Even
Come
I
on.
know that's bad.
I mean, it kind of looked like an animal bone.
No.
No, you know, even this dumb bunny knows that that's dumb.
Yeah. Hey. Come on, man.
Yeah. Hey.
Come on, can we listen? We need to put the bones back. Can you come get the bones and put them back, please?
It's just bones. I mean, what's it gonna do?
Well, it might wake up an army of the undead.
Look over there. Do you see? That's what it will do, apparently. I do not understand why, but it does that.
They're
Yeah,
not
and Timothy,
happy, Timothy.
we could tell the ghosts that you're the one that brought them back, and then you know what they're gonna do? They're not gonna want a tea party.
What? You're lying. I
No, I'm not.
No,
At least I
no.
don't think I am.
We don't know, right? But
Can I do an intimidation check on Timothy?
Yeah, am I doing intimidation roll?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I
Okay,
want
let's see.
to.
Oh, we both can. I mean, I was telling him about
Yeah.
not having a good tea party, man.
All right.
16.
Oh, good God. 6. I'm not very intimidating at all. My
Wow.
rolls are crap.
You are
Look at
rolling
that.
like crap tonight.
Ooh, boy.
You're a Tamagotchi to him.
A 6.5 foot tall metal man with a freaking spear or with his hand should be intimidating.
4'3" rabbit is fucking scary.
He saw
Well, I
Monty
can roll,
Python.
and that's 3.
Damn, how am I the most intimidating? I'm so cute.
Well, it was a 4 minus 1.
Ah, there it is.
So now Timothy's sitting there going, "He caused me to piss in my armor over a bloomin' rabbit." Nobody got the
Yeah.
reference. Wow.
What?
I don't get the reference.
Monty Python when they're fighting the rabbit.
That's what I
Oh,
said.
fuck.
Oh.
There,
Been-
we're bad dudes.
Anyways. Wah, wah.
Yeah, so you better grab those bones and put them back, man.
I can't leave my post.
Well,
We will
I'll
stay
stand here for you, and you go get the bones.
I mean, you left your post to get the bones.
I wasn't on
gosh.
duty
I'm
then.
coming
When
with
are
you
you off
to get
duty?
the
Said duty.
bones. They'll stay here. We can carry them with Mom.
Okay.
Very good, Friend Rathic. Good idea.
And Yami can try that thing he may or may not have mentioned.
So you guys head back into the inn.
Yeah,
No, we stay. We stay at the gate.
I'm going with Timothy.
And I'm sticking with
Yeah,
Rathic.
I stay with
Yeah.
Mark at the gate.
And this whole time now, he's got each of you on each side of him at the gate. And now he's, more standing upright, more at attention. He's like very nervous, looking out of the corners of his eyes to both of you. He doesn't know what to do now. He's just fidgeting.
I'm just staring at him. I'm not looking out. I'm looking at him right in his
Oh, man.
eyeballs.
I'm looking out, and I'm standing there like with my
Looking
hands
at
behind
you
my
through
back,
the
looking out
glass,
into the
don't know
distance.
how much time has
I am
passed.
fully
Knows that
perpendicular,
feels like
staring at
forever.
him.
So the rest of you are inside the inn.
Yeah, I think the 3 of us are heading back to the inn with
Okay.
Mom to go collect the bones.
So Victor sees you guys coming in. What'd you find out?
You left
Yeah,
us
you got the
alone.
bones from the battlefield.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. We're going to need, like,
can you give us
all
a
of
hand
them.
grabbing all of them and putting them in this giant, terrifying spider?
Yes, yeah. Hang on. He runs up. He starts to clatter through some of the stuff. He pulls one piece off of his dumb mural that he tried to create, and the whole thing collapses to the floor.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And so now he's trying to rummage through everything. He's trying to pick everything up. He finds probably about 10 pieces of bone and hands those off to you.
Are you sure that's all of them?
That's all the ones that Timothy gave me.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I make an insight check?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a 15 for what is my insight? Oh, advantage. 15.
He's telling the truth.
Sweet.
Okay.
All right. That's at least a place to start.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
well,
So you
take 'em
guys
back.
pile him into Mom and you start heading out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're looking kind of weird at those bones. Was there something that you were thinking?
Huh?
Never mind.
Dewey, to be honest, I don't think there's a lot of thinking that goes on in this party.
You
We
are
peek into
playing
Yami's
D&D with
brain,
the rest
and
of
all we
us,
hear
right?
is
Yeah.
Potato, potato, potato.
No.
Potato,
Yami
potato,
didn't know
potato.
what was going on. Remember, we talked about that. Now that I'm level 6.
That's so funny.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Fun.
So you guys start heading out.
Yep.
You guys make it back to the gate where Timothy is standing there, still kind of nervous. A little bit of a shake you could see in his knees because Mark is like right here to him and won't stop looking at him.
Oh my god.
God, I wish Mark could breathe. I'd be breathing all on him.
Oh man.
He's simulating air sound now.
Me just going.
Meanwhile,
Nice
Rothgar's kind
robot
of hearing that and going, "What the fuck?"
You can
Is
see
he
that as he's
intimidating
doing
or
that.
turned on? I'm
Yeah,
confused.
you can see as he's doing that, he's starting to relax a little bit.
Oh my god.
Just the repetitive sound, just like
Oh man.
His blood pressure starts to lower.
So what do you guys are heading? Where do you guys go?
Well, Timothy, take us to where you got the bones.
Oh, they headed back.
Okay. If I'm being honest, he looks back over at Mark. I'm being so much better now. If I'm being honest, I might have taken some from Sir Trafford's grave.
Oh God, I did not see that coming.
I'm gonna take the whatever baggie that we have the bones in. I'm gonna put it into his chest and be like, "Let's go."
I can't leave my post, but
You're leaving it, Mark. Can you
I
stay
will
here
stay
while we
here.
take care of this?
Yes, that man is an imbecile.
he's like, I can't leave my post, and it
Yep.
as Dewey just grabs him and picks him up.
Rothgar will stay with Mark at the post.
Okay. So he starts leading you guys around. He shows you a couple spots on the battlefield. I got one right here. And you can see where the ground is ruffled, whatever you want to call it. Disturbed. That's what it is.
Yeah.
can
Dug
can
up.
I guess between me and Rathic, can we sort of try and figure out which bone may be missing or which bone goes where?
Yeah. Is this like a puzzle now? Like we gotta find the right bone?
Yeah, are we...
I don't know. What are you going to do?
I don't know.
Let me do an investigation of the ruffled dirt. And
Yeah,
Okay.
I will assist you. So I'll give you the help action.
Okay.
So I'll give you advantage.
Sounds like an episode of CSI.
So that's a advantage on that then, or
Yeah.
so that with advantage.
Your investigation, I'm
and then
sure, is well, mine's not bad, but I think yours is better.
All right, 18.
Okay. So as you guys are very, gently, almost like archaeologists trying to remove the dirt from the bones and where you can see them, you could see where a space is missing, and you bring the bones over and you're like lining them up, trying to see which one actually fits like a puzzle, which one goes in there. And you, after about the 7th piece, you notice, okay, this one looks like it fits right here.
Okay, cool.
And so you guys lay that into position. You slowly put the dirt back on over that. And Rathic, as Dewey is slowly trying to smooth out the ground over it and everything, You notice in the field, you see one of the skeletons disappear.
Oh shit!
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the deal. All right, so we got one of the skeletons just went back. Okay, we need to find what? We got like 9 more of these things we got to find.
Yep. All right, Timothy, lead the way.
All right,
and
let's do it.
You can recognize which bone you got. That would clear things up, because clearly this is entirely your fault.
You see his lower lip begin to quiver a little bit.
That line delivery, Peter, was just gorgeous.
Oh my
He
word.
must be an actor.
So so you guys take probably an hour ish while you guys are out there. Dewey constantly berating Timothy for at every stop
But
he's
so
saying
nicely.
something to
Yeah.
Timothy.
In a good-natured way.
Yeah. He
You're
means
kind
well.
of dumb.
I'm berating you in a good-natured way.
Yes.
You're
We're
just a
laughing
little bit-
with you.
While
Yeah.
Rafik is doing it in a decidedly not good-natured way.
No, I'm not happy.
You fucking idiot.
So you guys take an hour and you guys are going through the different spots, dropping everything off, and you finally get to Sir Trafford's grave site, and you do see that was definitely disturbed, and you're down to your 2 pieces left, and you begin to uncover this, and Trafford ends up on the horseback coming up to where you guys are at. He's walking towards basically his own grave. He's walking up to that. As you guys put the first piece in, you see that he starts to get a little bit brighter as the first piece goes in. As he comes right up next to where you guys are at, he gets off his horse, and the horse then disappears.
Mhm.
And he just
His
watches
horse is
you guys
tied with him.
as you guys begin to put the last piece in. And as you cover that up, he bows his head slightly, does the double tap of the salute, and vanishes.
Oh.
Bye.
Meanwhile, Rathgar is with Mark, and she's going, "Hey, so you did a really good job trying to intimidate him."
Did I? It did not seem to work.
Oh yeah, that was terrifying. That breathing.
He seemed to relax. I do not understand. His heart rate slowed. His eyes dilated. It seemed
Well,
good
I
to
was
him.
told that your heart rate slows when you're about to die, so maybe he was that scared.
That is factually accurate.
Yeah, I know things, man.
You do. You are far smarter than you seem.
Thanks, I think. Yeah.
We should simulate battle, non-lethal.
Okay. She goes and punches him in the shin.
Oh God.
Oh God.
You guys walk up just to see them duking it out in front of the gate.
What is?
He's like the biggest smile you've ever seen him actually try to make, which is horrifying, and she's laughing maniacally.
What are we?
Just a bright mouth hole. Just a bright ass mouth hole.
Like, what are we doing with these?
I grab Yami's shoulders. I'm assuming he's about to go jumping in.
Yes, fight.
No.
He's like,
I chug a
All right,
potato and you
Timothy.
can't stop me.
All right, Timothy. What did we learn?
I'm sorry. I won't do that again.
And you're the guard here, right? So it's your job to make sure nobody else ever disturbs these ever again.
Yeah. You're right.
That's what guards do where I'm from. I assume it's similar here.
I would think it would be nice if you went and put some flowers on some of these graves tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Tell him not to steal the flowers from other graves.
Well, thanks for telling me.
While I do
might
not
have made that
understand
mistake.
Oh God.
While I do not understand the significance of what happened here tonight, I do understand that what you did is incorrect, and therefore you should not do it again. Elsewise, we will be back. And I lean in again, and I go, "Hurr, hurr, hurr."
It's so
I
scary.
make a really confused and disgusted looking face.
As you lean in, he's kind of gets a look of terror on his face. He's kind of starting to cower down. You start to do the purr, and he just goes, I won't do it again.
My message is clear.
Yes.
That is that's the battle cry of the Warforged. That's the last thing most people hear.
Oh, God. It's the last thing I want to hear. I'm going back in to get our money.
I rolled a 10 on that deception check. How'd we do?
You did what?
I said
10 on his deception.
I rolled a 10 on the deception check. How'd we do?
Let's actually see.
That one.
He just goes, "Don't kill me." I rolled a 3.
Wow. Wow.
He starts crying. I don't want to die.
Be better.
Okay.
Okay.
Rathik heads back, and Rathgar runs after him, going, "Wait, but I get most of the money, right? Because I was the one that came up with the idea. Yeah." And you just hear her little feet running after it.
So you guys go inside, and you explain everything to oh geez, no, I
Victor.
don't have his name. Victor. I almost said Travis, and I knew that was wrong. I've got the Galaxy Con on the brain. So you guys go in and you start talking to Victor, and Mwilla is there as well, and you guys explain everything that happened, and Victor kind of looks over in the direction of the gate. That stupid bastard. And then he goes back to talking to Mwilla, and you see the two of them talking a little bit more, and Mwilla pulls out a pouch, and she lays that on the bar right there, and you hear the clinging of coin in there. I promised you guys 100 gold pieces, and I'll tell you what. Let me give you this too. And she hands over a restorative ointment as well.
Oh. That's not gold.
Just giving away all the
Take the
charitable
gold.
donations to the church.
Let me grab the ointment.
Yeah, Rathik, why don't you take a look at that?
Okay, then I'll take his share.
And then, yeah, before we go to bed, I'm going to do make an identify on it.
Okay. You
Look at
can
me like
tell
that,
that this
Peter.
is what?
I just said, don't look at me like that, Peter. He's just
I love
like,
it. I love it.
Let me see here.
A murderous bunny with a love for money.
she never had it until it
Rhyme.
was taken away from her.
That's true. It's a revenge
So
story.
you when you look at this, you realize that this is similar, has the same effect as not the regular healing, the next one up.
Oh, greater healing potion?
Is it greater? Yeah, so greater.
Oh, that's worth a lot more than 100
And
gold.
she hands that over to you.
Okay.
Don't tell Rathgar.
She
I'm
wouldn't
not
figure it
I
out
don't tell
anyway.
anybody anything, by the way.
And then as you guys are, you're celebrating, Victor gives you guys some free drinks, tells you guys you can stay as long as you need. He actually then tells you that he's kicked a couple people out of their rooms and made them group up so that you each had your own room.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
So we each get 20 gold, unless I actually can take Rathik's.
And as
money.
all of this is taking place, you start hearing the and you see right above the bar, Zalgrimus pops in. You didn't take me seriously. I said to go get my gold statue. And he snaps, and Yami's thumb changes to gold. Can't bend it anymore. It's like this whole piece of his hand now is a gold piece.
As soon as Rathgar sees the goblin, she looks down at her foot and then hears Yami scream, and she goes, "Oh, phew, I'm good."
Find my gold statue. And then he disappears.
It's okay. I eat potatoes with this hand. It's cool.
God damn.
I
So,
just
I mean,
want
it
to
feels
feel
like
the
other people
relief
would have seen that, by the way.
of not being there in real life. I just want the oh my god moments to be gone as myself while Yeleni is also not there.
What game are you
Just
playing?
have to dissociate. Yeah.
She's
The
on
wrong
her.
game. I'm playing the
she's
wrong
on-
game.
She's on her 20th run of Baldur's Gate.
No, only 7th.
Your Baldur's Gate is my Cyberpunk, cat.
And we're
It's
playing
my-
D&D.
It's my dirt.
So, what did
That
the rest
was
of you
not
do?
my fault that time. That was not
That's
my
true.
fault.
So
That
I'm
was Larry's
assuming that
fault.
other people in there saw that. Yes.
Oh, some people did.
Yeah. Hey, anybody know how to get rid of curses around here? I'm talking to the friar.
Well, I mean, it depends on the type of curse, I guess.
The kind of curse that turns this kid's thumb into gold.
And my toe.
Your toe is no longer gold.
Yeah, but it was.
I haven't heard of this curse. Can you tell me a little bit more?
Here,
Well, that
it's
creepy
right
little
here.
demon guy up there.
Greed goblin.
Yeah, he's I don't know. Anyway, he's basically using us to go and fetch someone he turned into gold.
Salgrimas.
And
Salgrimas.
he has infected 2 of our party members with this curse.
You're doing great, Rathgar. I hold up my gold thumb to you.
He doesn't really like us taking the time to stop here on our way to that. But I also don't really like him. So I'm trying to figure out a way to fix this.
Let me talk to Sister Anwin Vale, and I'll see what she can, if she's heard of this.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'll try. I'll get back to you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll be here. Yeah, you said you got a couple more rooms now?
Oh yeah. I got rooms for all of you now.
Cool.
I mean, some of the customers were a little upset. I mean, as you would expect, I guess.
Oh, they
Kinda-
can have my room back. I'm gonna sleep out here.
Okay, I already woke him up, but all right.
Oh.
I'll
Sure.
take a room. I'm going to bed.
I wouldn't mind sleeping in a bed. I don't mind if there's a roommate as long as there's a bed for me and whoever else. But
So he hands each of you guys a key.
Cool. Except for me.
Night,
I
guys.
still don't want
Rathgar
I'm
to
going
goes
to
to a
bed.
corner and sleeps on the ground.
See you guys at breakfast.
Walks in the circle like 3 or 4 times and then plops on the ground.
Hmm.
Are there other Warforged in the inn currently?
You don't see any in the inn right now. You've heard that you hear different people talking that there are several that are in the area, but nobody is in the inn right now.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll just sit tight. I don't need a room. I will stay in the common area.
Okay.
I'll be in my shutdown mode.
Okay. And so you guys all sleep that off or sleep the night away, and you get up the next morning and all start to head back downstairs. And you do see Mwilla show up while you guys are eating your breakfast, and she does tell you that Sister Vale does want to talk to you guys. And that she would take you guys when you guys are done eating.
Eat fast.
morning, Lenny. Morning, Kalanick. Did you have a good night by yourselves?
Yes.
Turn up your gain a little bit.
Sorry.
Cool. We solved the curse. We
We
made
went
some
on
money.
an adventure.
Yeah.
I believe
you?
it was called a side quest.
I think Kalenic was trying to explain his night.
Okay. That's good. So you solved the thing with the
Yes.
bones and such.
Yes.
Very good.
You don't really seem much more rested. You seem pretty tired
It-
still.
Was not a very restful night, but that was of my own making.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay.
What were you doing?
That's a topic for another day.
Okay.
Do you need some coffee?
Yes, that would be appreciated. Thank you.
I'll bring Kellenic some coffee.
Okay.
Are you feeling better today, Yeleni?
Yikes. I can't hear
She
you.
sips her tea
That's
very
really-
slowly.
Okay. We stopped at
Well,
Paris, Yeleni.
We did it.
Yes, we completed a side quest.
Hrothgar puts her hand in front of Lenny's face and goes,
Yami got his thumb turned to gold.
Yeah, I don't know how to. What did it feel like when you got turned into gold, Hrothgar?
I didn't really feel much. I felt a lot richer, but I was also scared.
It's like I still feel it there, but I don't feel it there. It's like a phantom thumb feeling. It's weird. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. You'll get better though.
Mwilla comes up to you guys as you guys are eating, interrupts a little bit more. She's like, come on. We got to talk to Sister Vale.
Okay, I get
Okay.
up and leaving.
Okay, so you guys are all led by Mwilla to go see Sister Vale. And as you guys walk in the door, Sister Vale sees Yami's thumb and is like, oh my.
Hrothgar shows her toe too and says, "It used to be gold."
Kellenic walks up to Yami, looks at his thumb, reaches out, grabs it,
Rips it off.
closes his eyes for a moment and mutters something, and casts Remove Curse.
I feel like it's
Nothing
not
happens.
Yeah.
Wait, you ripped
Is
it
that
off?
something you just learned?
Hmm?
Is that something at level 6?
It's just
Or you already had?
it's a spell that's I can prepare.
Yeah, doesn't Yami
Okay.
know that spell too? He could have used it on his own thumb.
No.
He tried to
Yami-
use it on the bones, but he
Yami
didn't
d-
try to use it on his own hand.
I like that we also waited to get to this other person for help before going, now that we're here.
Well, yeah, I mean, Larry said, Ed, you go to, and
We
so I
were
didn't have a chance to
hurried.
pick
We
up,
were
so.
told to eat fast.
Yeah, the curse goes away.
But you
For real?
you ripped my finger
For
off
real.
first?
No, it was a joke.
Oh.
No,
I
for
thought
real.
I actually
I just
ripped
curse
my
grabbed
is
finger
your
off.
finger.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
It
you.
required remove curse or lesser restoration.
Boom.
Hey,
But Hrothgar's
Alright.
still cursed, right?
you wanna?
Thank
Hrothgar
you.
is still cursed.
Well, he
So-
only
Whole lot of
cast it on
problems with. Well, wait,
Yami.
hold on. Let's see what the sister has to say first, right?
Well, she sees him doing his remove curse, and she's kind of sits there and was like, well, that's what I was going to do for you.
Oh, do me next. Do me next.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
got
she's
the
got a
same
pinky
problem.
Okay. So she goes ahead, she runs that remove curse on Hrothgar.
She turns to Yami and gives him a high
High
five.
five. Yeah.
But you do hear a
We're still
big
being
giant scream.
followed.
Huh?
Like that. This does not remove the demon that we made an arrangement with. He's still a thing, and it's still
No.
an agreement we made.
But
I think
he has no hold over them anymore.
He
But,
just
We're not.
I wasn't
Well,
there.
hang on. Let's see the scream. What's the scream here? Okay, what's the scream?
The stop, the immediate stop.
Well, it's just, you just hear a scream of rage of
Yeah.
the same sounds that you guys were hearing in the catacombs from
I'm
him.
not saying we cannot go and fulfill his request, but he does not hold weight over Hrothgar and Yami anymore.
What's
I think what
preventing him?
Kalenic I think what Kalenic is saying, that we now have time to be at the ceremony before we feel like we're rushed to go find the golden
Yes, and
body.
we still have other things we need to
But
do
what
as
is
well.
preventing him from just coming back and doing it again?
Well, it was only because we took the coins.
They got shot with the dart.
They
I mean,
remove
He
the.
could easily just apply it again. It's a curse. It's
And
not a.
could.
I'm too fast for that
he
now.
could, but currently he does not have that over them.
I mean, I think what Lenny's getting at is that we probably still should do it, right? I mean,
Well, yeah, but like in a couple of days. Because we're going to be here for Big Guy. And she pats Mark's leg. He looks down.
Okay.
Yes,
So is that where we're gonna leave
find
it
out
now?
when this ceremony is.
Or do you guys want to discuss?
Poor Lenny.
Glad we played that
Modern
out.
problems require modern solutions.
I mean, if he casts it again, I guess we can just do the same thing again. Since Kellenic can remove the
no.
whip again.
No.
I mean, there's
Thumb
thoughts we
wars.
should find a way to hold him here.
An iron plate myself.
The whole point of the arrangement we made was that potentially he might take care of the people who were going to follow after us.
I
This
forgot
is
about
true.
that.
He has no reason to uphold his end of the agreement if we don't meet ours.
He also
Well, we're
didn't
gonna
have a
do it
reason to
just in a
come in and
couple
turn his thumb into
days.
gold. We never said we weren't going to go do it. He came to antagonize us. Why
Yeah.
would we want to uphold our end?
Yes.
Well, I'm still
We
gonna
will.
do it.
We are heading that way anyway. We will continue along that way. But
We
And
literally
he never
went
gave
out
us a
of
time. He never gave us a time limit. He didn't say, get this done.
The time
tomorrow.
limit was the thumb that has expanded.
Well, but I prefer for someone to communicate a day. Because I'm dumb. And I need
we're
a time
literally-
limit.
This is a demon.
Yes.
They
I am a
don't.
rabbit.
Kellenic puts his hand
so
on
sorry, Kat.
on Yeleni's shoulder and says, "Don't worry. The quest still exists. We have just taken the initiative. That is all."
It's a slight bit of insurance. That's all.
If need be, the rest of you may continue on the quest, and I will remain here for the remembrance ceremony.
No, I'm not saying that we should leave. I'm saying we should watch our step. I'm saying he's
Oh.
apparently popping up in and out of nowhere and applying curses willy-nilly. Well, maybe we should just be aware of that and be careful.
Who is Willy Nilly? Is he part of our party?
Oh my gods!
That was a good question, Mark.
I am unfamiliar with this person.
But
Yeleni,
I
perhaps
do
you should
agree
have
we
another
should definitely keep
cup
an
of
eye out
tea.
for this fella.
Oh yeah.
Sister, do you have any thoughts on what we might be able to do to prevent us from being recursed in the immediate future by this demon, or any way to kind of mitigate some of these factors?
Well, I'm not sure of the curse or the demon you're talking about, but the curse, it's pretty much just a trap that's usually set on to treasure that's being stolen. I've heard of it happening a couple of times. From what I understand from it, that the curse, it'll wipe away any kind of gold or anything of value that you might have on you.
Oh, yeah.
It'll eventually turn you into gold until you're just a complete gold statue, and there's really nothing you can do.
That would be really unfortunate if anyone else around us had one of those coins. As Leslie looks into the camera at Kellenic.
Well, he would have had to have been shot with that dart.
But what
Or
coins? What coins are you
surpassed
talking
the
about?
traps.
Yeah, nobody
Is
knows yet.
We still have some of the coins that we got from the chests while we were at Schattengrad.
You do. I don't. Mine were
What
all
coins?
taken.
Can you show me the coins?
Well, here's the thing, okay?
Sure.
Everyone. If we can agree to avoid any treasure hunting, and he looks directly at Rathgar and directly at Yami,
What about Rothick?
on our way.
I am
They're the ones
strategically
that got stuck.
acquiring.
He's the one who got hit by a mimic, or almost.
Let's avoid chests. She said the curse is one that occurs when traps are embedded with the poison.
Okay.
If we can avoid the things that will have traps, then we can avoid being poisoned.
No more
Now,
traps. Got it.
Rathig, do you still have coins from
Yes.
the treasure boxes?
I had a few
It
left.
might be a good idea to let the whatever her
Sister.
name is take a
Sister
look at
Vale.
them. The sister,
Oh.
yeah, sister. Are we
Sister
nuns?
Vale.
It's-
Sister Vale.
Okay,
It was Friar Willa.
Sister
Friar, yeah.
And we can also just bring
take a
this
look at them
toilet
and
back.
see if they have anything to do with the curse.
Everyone at once now.
How?
Yes, Kalenik?
Rathig,
Yes.
may I see the coins?
Sure.
Thank you.
I still don't understand
Here
why
you go.
Rafik didn't get turned to gold. Yeah,
These are
Rathig
coins,
did not get stuck
well,
with
so it has to be a combination of taking the coins and getting hit with poison?
yes.
I think that's exactly what he's saying.
Oh.
I'm glad you understand. Good.
But
We're on
Yami
the
didn't
same
have
page.
any
Yes, he did.
coins, did he?
He got stuck.
I got stuck.
He hit a chest with his sword, and then
Yeah,
it-
but he
But
didn't
that's-
take
so-
the coins,
okay,
right?
Okay, Rathgar. You get
Yes?
stuck with the poison, you get turned to gold. If you
Yes.
have the coins when you're cursed, then they take all your gold.
Yes. Now,
So if
Rathig
I-
did not get his coins taken because he did not get cursed.
So you
Now, I
have
don't
to
know
have both.
if there's anything to do with the coins, but it behooves us to take a look.
Yep,
Uh,
I agree.
What is on the coins? Is there any kind of distinctive markings?
Yeah, but you haven't given it to her to say anything to you yet.
Okay, well, I'm looking first, and then I'm giving them to her. Do
Okay.
I see anything that piques my interest?
It just has it's carved out nicely. It's got a I mean they're weathered, of course, because they're so old. Has a little S across that.
Super
And then
coin.
it has just some almost like a kind of like a gothic design on the backside of the coin.
Okay.
And as the sister is seeing you looking at this coin, she's like, "Oh, that's one of the old coins of Schottengrad.
Yeah, that's what
I
I said
see.
we were.
Those are valuable. Those are like
Tiny took that from me too.
those are worth
That's-
20 gold apiece.
Hey,
If you can exchange those, you get a lot of money for those."
I
I-
see. Is there anyone
Let-
else you know of that may have these coins?
No, it's just people would just find them randomly. Usually around Schattengrad, but
Understood.
but I mean it's these, as far as I know, are not cursed.
Okay.
Okay.
Just
Good to know.
information on a
He
number.
hands them back to Rathgar or Rathik. Excuse me, not Rathgar.
Damn it.
Sorry, I did not make that mistake. All right. Thank you, Freya.
All
We
right.
appreciate your time. We appreciate your healing powers. Does anybody
Well,
else have any
I mean,
business
I
here?
didn't really do anything. That seemed to be all you.
You healed me, thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
I mean, yes.
So the curse you said is mostly kind of caused by that poison thing, but I don't have much experience with devils and demons and whatever this guy might be. But do you have any particular advice in how to watch our backs and make sure we're not
Yes,
going
do you-
necessarily back on our word, but we want to make sure we're
How do we kill it?
on our toes?
Do you know anything about Zolgramas?
Oh, that's who you guys are talking about. That guy.
Oh,
Larry's
exactly.
just sitting there waiting. Are they going to say the name? Are they
I'm like
gonna
everybody
say
just
the
says
name?
demon. Nobody said his name yet. But
Rumpelstiltskin.
him. Yes. He's a troublesome little imp.
No kidding.
He doesn't, he doesn't have much power, honestly. It's his curse. I mean, it's his, but he can only implement it onto people through his little darts that he has. That he usually sets his booby traps, but I haven't been able to see him do anything. I know. Booby. You see Mwilla go,
Wow. Okay.
but
Freya.
she continues on.
She's
Vale
repressed.
continues
She's
on.
taking an oath.
I
Of course
guess.
she's
Good
gonna
for
giggle at the
her.
word booby.
Honestly, good for her.
Um, But as far as I know, he can't do anything outside of requiring this poison of a dart in order to cause this to happen.
Does
Does that
he?
make you feel better, Lenny?
No. Does he have any connections that might follow us
No.
after the fact?
It doesn't sound like it.
The only thing that we know about him is that he seems to run on his own. He's kind of one of those little imps that were kind of pushed out, at least the way the books talk about him, that he, for lack of anything, he angered a lot of other major demons, and
I could see that.
he just took it too far, and they just kind of shunned him. This is the only way that he can try and feel like he's doing something, and he's trying to make himself seem more important, I think.
So it's a complex.
I'd say so, yes.
There you go.
Yeah, it does. It
We
does
thank
seem
you.
pretty complicated.
Shall we head back to the inn?
Well, I say when we see him next, we kill him and I take my coins back. And then I sell the cursed ones.
Well, from what we've
Maybe a
seen,
thing.
the coins are gone.
Damn it.
To
Sister,
play,
come on, you're supposed to be on my side.
I'm sorry.
to play devil's advocate,
We're
he
talking about a demon.
he could also
With
be
boobies.
a. I'm just never
Love
going
the
to say
sister.
anything ever again. I'm shutting
Please,
up.
dear. Please, dear.
my.
Speak.
No,
Lenny!
every time I speak, I either get side railed or, nope, I'm done.
Wait, but I
Speak,
was
dear,
curious. Speak. Speak.
The demon.
Speak.
A demon. His demon?
Speak.
He could be a useful
Yes.
ally.
Oh.
We, after all, did impede upon his area. We tried to steal his things. In my opinion, what he did was fully within his own rights. If anyone tried to steal from me, I would probably poison them as well.
I turn to Mark and go, were they really his things, though?
Well,
I don't think they were his things at
and
all.
to play
It is
devil's
unclear.
advocate to your devil's advocate, just hear me out. Is it possible that he was using these coins to set the trap? He has no. The friar said he has no power other than to administer this curse through poison. So,
But
what
that's
sort of
why I
ally
think
could he be?
He could. He is an imp, right?
Yes.
The only reason he's doing this is because he does not feel valued as a demon.
So we
I
Wasn't
value
he
see
him.
also
value.
too scared to do anything against the other big guy? What was his name? Clathrar?
Kellic.
That guy.
Kinnick. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Her and Willa kind of stiffen up.
That doesn't mean he wouldn't be useful elsewhere. He could be a helpful ally. It's better to
I
have
do think you are onto something there.
more allies than less.
Yeah, I'm not going to
I'm
advocate
listening.
for any devils, but I do think it
Yeah.
would be in our best interest to maybe go through with this and let him know that we wanted to help him out of our own volition
Friar.
without having to be cursed in order to make it happen. And then yeah, he might be a good ally and hopefully at least be a thorn in the side of the folks that we are trying to stop.
Friar,
I
what
do
were you
believe that's a
saying?
brilliant point, miss.
I think he's probably listening to this right now.
It's possible. Or it's
Then
possible
maybe it's
he
a
has
good
no
thing
more hold
someone
on
is
us.
advocating for him, rather than saying we should just leave it all behind.
He took my gold.
I'm sorry for that, but we will make up more.
Okay.
Friar, you are agreeing. What possibilities do you see?
I am sister. She's the friar.
Oh, my apologies. I was not there when we were introduced.
The cleric does not understand the hierarchy.
I don't
of
understand
the
religion.
clergy.
Though I am religious myself. I'm new to religion.
Yeah, because he's dead.
I have been deceased up until recent. You see.
They kind of look at each other.
Again, I wouldn't go around telling people that.
Anyway, no, that was just me goofing around. Anyways, my apologies. You, who I'm speaking to, sister.
Yes.
You say there is merit to Yeleni's counter proposal here. In what way do you feel this imp could be used against, well, a fouler being.
Well, I don't think that he can go up against someone such as Kinnick, but he can be an ally. He has tried, according to the scrolls, has tried for centuries to get back into the good graces of the Abyss, to no avail. And so I think in order for him to feel, as she has already said, he's trying to find a place. He's trying to find a place of value. And he's not able to find it. I do think that there might be a decent point to cause him to maybe work alongside, perhaps with his blinking ability, find things out, maybe.
Would be our person on the inside, or our devil demon on the inside.
Yes, that's what I was
Grimace,
looking for.
are you by any chance listening?
Well, I don't think that he's in here. This is a place of holiness. I think the only reason why the scream that we so heard, the rage coming from him, is that he felt the curses being lifted.
Well, let's go see
This
if we
is
can
a
talk
place
to
of
them.
protection.
Okay. Is everyone satisfied?
I do not understand what we are doing, but I will go with the party's desires.
We'll explain it to you, Mark. No worries. All right, let us step outside. Thank you, Sister Freya. You have been very helpful. And Kellenick steps outside and waits for everybody else.
Rathgar follows.
I'll follow him.
Okay. I'll say that's where we end it tonight.
Damn.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.